Hello and welcome to this extremely special edition of Star Trek Sunday. No, that's no moon. It's me, Stu Jackson, aka Darth Stooge. And with me as ever, just below me here, there, is Keira, of course. Hello, Keira.
Hello, Stu. Hello, everybody on Twitch today.
And we have some amazing special guests with us to I'm doing what you did last night, Conti. My left, your right. We have Continuum Trek from A Question of Trek. Hello, Conti.
Hello, thank you for having me on the show, Stu. I'm glad to be here, and also awesome to meet all you awesome folks, and also new folks here on Twitch who are probably here to watch this.
Indeed. And we, of course, from the Star Wars Sessions podcast, we have Master Luke Blywalker. Luke Bly.
Hello, guys. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. This is unfound territory for us. This is new territory, you know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be great.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. It's going to be great.
All good
Absolutely.
things.
And of course, we also have Jabba the Hutt, Matt Hudson.
Hey guys. Here we are. I feel like we're going into the final frontier here, or maybe where no man has gone before. Very excited to be doing this.
Absolutely brilliant. And of course, so we're all here gathered together. God, that sounds like a sermon. We're all, of course, here to celebrate Star Wars Day in 2 days' time, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you all. So exciting. Luke and Matt, do you have anything special planned for the day?
Man,
Well, yeah.
Go on, Matty boy. You tell us a bit.
We are going to wake up. We're going to be probably drinking some blue milk as we always do. We've got a new animated series dropping called The Bad Batch on Disney Plus, which is set after the Clone Wars and follows a rogue bunch of clones. So we're going to be watching that. We're going to be dropping a recap, aren't we, mate? And then we've got something pretty cool lined up for the evening.
Yeah, so we're going to do the recap, and then we've got a live stream in the evening on YouTube. And live streaming isn't really our thing. We kind of go on other people's shows, other Star Wars shows, right? So yeah, it should be fun. So if you're not doing anything Tuesday night, come along to our YouTube channel, Star Wars Sessions. Bring a cheeky beerio, and we can talk some Star Wars. It's going to be great.
Sounds fantastic. And we'll put links in our Discord channel for all that after the show, and on our YouTube as well.
Thank you.
And speaking of YouTube, over from YouTube, A Question of Trek, we have Conti. How are you doing, Conti?
Awesome. Glad to be here. I usually don't do two game shows in a row, but you know what? When Keira told me about it was going to be a Star Wars versus Star Trek, well, I just couldn't resist. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely fantastic, because, of course, you did a live show last night, didn't you? I watched it this morning. Absolutely brilliant.
We do. And we also always have these little cartoons at the beginning, which I and Zoe write, and Zoe does the animations because she's awesome at art, and I'm not. I'm rubbish. And and we have great fun making that before the show. So
I had the pleasure of being a guest on A Question of Trek not long ago, and I had the best time. So if anyone is interested, I really recommend going and watching it, because I think I got one question right the entire time, and it was a complete fluke, but it was fun.
Well, you still got it right, didn't you?
What it's all about.
And I think you still won too, did you not?
We won. Yeah, my team won.
point.
I was carried by my teammate. I literally did none of the work.
He was above you. You were holding him up like that.
I was the moral support of the group. We'll call it that.
Okay.
We've had some comments already from people watching in the chat. Ben Kerno says hello and asks the question, what is this Star Wars you talk about? Is this the Klingon War or something? Close.
What?
Close.
The brand X of sci-fi.
That's it.
Ed has, or Firelock22 has said, "Good Lord, it's a swarm." Normally used to seeing just two of us on here, of course. And Rockstar Sheep, hello Rockstar Sheep, lovely to see you, has said, hashtag Greg's Boys, hashtag best
us.
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
love
getting all
Greg's.
excited then.
We're really trying to push for a Greg sponsorship. So we're going to do a live show as well later on in the year, and we're going to throw sausage rolls into the crowd. And we already have a guy lined up, a listener, who's going to catch them in his mouth. Isn't that right, Matt?
That's right. Yes, right. Exactly. Come for the Star Wars, stay for the sausage rolls, obviously.
That's the only reason I go to a Star Wars convention.
Vegan sausage rolls, I'll be on because I love their vegan sausage rolls. They're so
There we
good.
go.
We'll bring vegan. Yeah. We got steak bakes. Just to throw a mocker into the crowd. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Brilliant. Are you going to stream live from a Greg's?
I hadn't thought about that because we've been in there like once every week for the last 6 weeks probably, but you can't sit in there. All of the seating areas are closed down, so even if we wanted to, they won't let us. And I think they see us coming now, so I think that's a good idea though, a Greg's cast or something like that.
Yeah,
we can do that. We can do that. We have loads.
It might just let you have a bit of that space for the day. If you set it up, do it legit, get the PPE and stuff, like they might allow it. You never know.
Yeah. Greg's, you're hearing this? Sort it out.
Yeah, that's something I miss from the UK. That's Greg's and Sayers as well. You get the pies and pasties from there. That's why I'm looking forward to moving back next year.
Where are you recording from?
I'm in Germany.
Are you really? Oh man, that's amazing. I've been to Hamburg and I've been to Dortmund as well, or near Dortmund.
Dortmund's awesome.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. It's cool, yeah. It's really cool. I love Germany. It's awesome.
Yeah, I want to go to the Black Forest. You probably guess why, but simply for the gâteau. But no, I want to go to Germany for the beer and the gâteau. And apparently, I've heard it's a really nice place to visit as well. But it's somewhere on the old bucket list. Whereabouts in Germany?
I live just outside a city called Oberhausen. I don't want to give my exact location,
of course.
Because I don't want to, because stalkers and stuff. I tell you, honestly, it's terrible. Even my ex-wife won't leave me alone. So I don't want strangers coming after me.
Wait till she sees this.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Anyway, but no, I live outside a city called Oberhausen. I live about an hour and 15 minutes away from Dortmund, I suppose. And been here since 2000. When I joined up at 18, got posted out here straight to Germany. Off you go. Stayed here for was stationed here for 12 years, and obviously got married, had some kids, stayed for them, and but unfortunately, I'm moving back to not so unfortunately, but I am moving back to the UK next year, and I'm looking forward to it. First night back, chippy beers.
We'll be pleased to have you back, mate.
Greg's being thrown at you. Yeah, that's it. That's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Conti, so a question of Trek. What I've been dying to ask you about it is, how did it all get started?
I started with putting polls up on my on Twitter on my Continuum Trek profile. So I also have another YouTube channel called Continuum Trek. And I started doing lore videos on there and everything else, but due to a lack of time constraints from work and everything else, over the last year and a bit now, I've not been able to upload many videos. So I started doing live streams. I thought, you know what, why not do Star Trek live streams? And it started with watch parties. Then while I had other Trekkie friends who also had a YouTube channel, I said, do you guys fancy meeting up on a Saturday night? And during the COVID period as well, meet up on a Saturday night, we'll do a game show, have an awesome time, tell dirty jokes, and abuse each other, and and somewhere in there we'll fit in some sort of quiz show, and that's how it came together. So it's 10% quiz show and about 90% of bad jokes, innuendo, and abuse.
Brilliant. And Luke and Matt, I mean, same with the you've been running quite a long time with the Star Wars sessions now, haven't you? So is it about 120 episodes you're on?
100. We've done 112 of our main weekly episodes, and then we've done over 40 odd kind of side shows, extras, or whatever they might be. Plus, I don't know how many on our Patreon as well. So we've got a lot of content out there, haven't we, man?
Oh yeah, we love it, man. We love it. We meet up and talk Star Wars. It feels like every day. And it's all the better for it. So we actually met on a forum, didn't we?
Yep.
A Star Wars forum. And it turned out that we worked a few yards away from each other, a few meters away from each other on the same business.
Didn't know him at all. It's just a case of like, where's everyone based? You know, where all these forums, where are you based? Where are the interesting places you can find? And then one guy pops up and says, "Oh, I'm based in this part of Essex." And I said, "Oh, same here." And we like, "Well, whereabouts?" And it was a literal stone's throw away. And we're like, "What? Well, literally, what are the odds on that?" So we went for a coffee one day, and that was where it started, wasn't it?
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, and that's all we would do. We'd meet up and talk about Star Wars. So that's basically what our show is now. Yeah. That and a sprinkling of other stuff, a bit of Radio 2 isms in there, and yeah, it's good fun. It's really, really good fun, and it's opened up a lot of lovely doors to both of us.
Brilliant. And for anybody who's not familiar with the Star Wars sessions, I have put a link down below over in the corner under the stream chat to both the Star Wars sessions and the YouTube channel Question of Trek, so you can go on there and get all that good stuff. Absolutely fantastic. We've had a couple more people say hi in the chat. So Captain Quinn 78, hello to you, and Random Gotham, lovely to see you all.
Random Gotham is my friend Rick from Twitter and also TikTok. Hi Rick, thanks for coming.
Very, very welcome. Well, we're here to do a bit of a quiz, aren't we? So yeah. I'm very, very excited about this. So I'm going to say, first of all, to our listeners, there'll be a huge temptation when you know an answer to jump in the chat and put it in there. Please, no right answers in the chat. If you've got a hilariously wrong answer, we definitely want to hear that. But no right answers in the chat, because we can all see it, and that would be cheating.
Right. There may not be any right answers here either, but we'll try.
Maybe not even any right questions either. So you know.
We'll be doing our best. But Conti, of course, as the quiz master. So do you want to tell us about this quiz?
Yep, very simple. Today is going to consist of simply 3 rounds. The first round we'll have 10 questions or more if you want to carry. Depend how long we want to stretch out the rounds. It's up to you guys. Mm-hmm. But I have 10 Star Wars questions. Sorry, 10 Star Wars questions, 10 Star Trek questions. Each question requires 1 answer. If answered correctly, each one's worth 1 point. If you cannot answer it, I immediately then turn to the other team and ask them a fresh question. Round 2 consists of 4 questions each. Each question requires 2 answers. If a team cannot provide an answer or simply 1 answer, I will turn to the other team and ask them the same question. And if they can provide the other answer or both answers, and each answer is worth 1 point. After that, round 3, each team will be shown a pixelated image of a starship or a character or an item, and they have to tell me what it is. If they get it right, it's essentially then 3 points. Okay, I tried dragging Jeff with his scoreboard here today because I asked him what was there. Unfortunately, he has his own channel called History with R&R, so he's busy on there today, unfortunately. So he couldn't come with his scoreboard, and I don't know how to work it.
Not to worry. I have put down the bottom of our Twitch stream STS and SWS. Oh. I've done that the wrong way around on screen, but the viewers can see. And there are zeros next to each one to start with. So that'll be hopefully be changing and going up as we go on. So we have an on-screen scoreboard ready.
Okay. All right, then. So which team wants to go first? Does the Star Wars team want to go first, or does the Trek team want to go first?
I think the guest should go first.
I agree. I was going to say the same.
Okay.
It's all up, Luke. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's it. Right, come on, then. Let's have it. We're going to be rubbish, aren't we?
You guys are so epic. I love it so much.
I know, we're proper estuary boys.
That's it.
But remember, though, fear leads to hate. Hate leads to anger, and anger leads to the dark side.
Oh,
Okay. The first question is going to be very, very simple. What class of starship is the original NCC 1701 Enterprise?
I was hoping you'd ask what the name of the ship was.
American.
No. Class.
No.
class of it.
Blimey. So let's have a think, mate, boy. You got class. What I think of like Mercedes, like C class.
It's an NC class, the Enterprise. I know that. Have you got any idea?
No, mate.
No?
I have no.
I've got no idea what the class of the ship was.
I'm going to give you guys a bit of a hint here. It's part of the NCC itself.
17.
No, that's the number.
Oh,
The NCC. One of the words that the NCC is an acronym of is the name of the class.
Yes.
No asking the lecturer Siri, please.
that's opened it up now wide. I'm out. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't.
I think I'm out. I'm gonna. I want to say Corvette because I know that is what some ships in Star Wars are called. I know that's wrong. So, should we go? Should we go for something mental? Let's go for Corvette.
We'll go Corvette.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is, in fact, the Constitution class.
Oh.
Isn't the Corvette a class in Star Wars, though?
Yeah.
That's what Princess Leia was riding on when Darth Vader was chasing her.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
I can see how you might have confused that.
Yeah, we're staying true.
Constitution. Okay.
You'd have got that right, wouldn't you, Keira?
No.
That is encouraging to hear.
Good start. And hang on, mate. Didn't Conti say this is an easy one?
That is an easy one. That is an easy one.
Right.
I'm just thick.
I'm going to open the beer. Forget it. I'm not going to need my brain power because I don't know anything. Come on.
That is one of the most basic things that any Trekkie knows.
Except Keira.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't watch Trek to find out what type of starship it is. I watch it to watch them make out.
Yeah.
Topless Kirk.
To be fair, I mean, Keira is
Okay.
all over the characters.
Understand.
I'm the one with over 300 starship models.
And be honest then, Keira. Be honest then, Keira. How disappointed are you that Riker was never really shirtless in Next Generation?
Look, we got to see one nipple, and that was enough for me.
Ooh.
I know, on a family show, no less, they showed nipples. It's disgraceful.
Male nipple, like, I don't feel that was wrong.
Okay, well, for Luke and Matt, unfortunately, that is no points. So now we're going to go to Stu and Keira. And here is your first question. The Millennium Falcon completed the Kessel Run in under how many parsecs?
12!
What?
Or is it under 12 parsecs, isn't it?
Oh, no. You're right, but no, not quite. I watched Solo yesterday, as it happens, and no, it was done under 13 parsecs, and when. And he tells someone he did it in 12 parsecs, and when Chewie questioned him about it, he said, "It is if you round down." So it wasn't under 12; it was under 13.
Correct. Well done.
Yay!
However, one thing that Star Wars did get wrong is, of course, that a parsec is a measure of distance and not time. So, unfortunately, that's
and they did address that quite well in Solo, I thought, by, I mean, it wasn't obviously an early on gaffe, but I thought they handled that quite well because they turned it into you've got to like navigate and.
I got so excited when I thought I got something right then, and now I just want to cry.
Oh, sorry, Keira. Shall I take a point off us for making you cry?
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to vote that in. Do you know why we can vote in? Because we're the Senate.
The sessions.
A lot of prequel references.
Right.
A lot.
Here we go. This
All
is
right,
where the comeback begins.
Come on. Yeah, come on. We got this, Matt. Come on.
Okay. All right. Let's let's have a look.
You're trying to find easy questions for them,
I am.
aren't you?
How do you spell Star Trek?
Have you had to completely reevaluate
No, that's all right.
our ability?
No.
Because I wouldn't blame you.
You overestimate our power.
In what century does Star Trek: The Next Generation take place?
What century? Right. I know that this is very much in the future. I don't. I saw a graph on Twitter the other day where it had like IPs and how far they're based in the future. Like June was like how many thousands of years in the future. So in short, I can't remember, but I know it's a long way in the future. So it's. I want to say. Do you have any idea, Lukey boy? Yeah.
No.
I want to say.
I want to say, because I know the Gherkin is in Into Darkness, isn't it?
That's a different timeline.
It does appear in there, yes.
Yeah.
When Section
Gherkin.
31's blown up, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's London.
You know what that is.
Brilliant. I
The
saw
Next
Into Darkness. I thought it was
Generation.
really
Oh,
good.
man.
But this is the Next Generation, right? Is that right? Is that the same universe?
It is all canon. However, the Kelvin timeline is a separate timeline. It was mentioned in that movie. That's a
That's a new
separate
one.
timeline. Okay, because the Narada came back in time,
Yep.
destroyed the USS Kelvin, which of course included Kirk's father. So Kirk grew up in a completely different timeline, and due to the technology of the Narada, that was retrieved by Starfleet. They were able to develop newer, better ships with the technology that was recovered from the Narada of that incident.
There you go.
So what do you reckon then, Matty boy?
If it
what's your-
helps,
I want to say
it was 70 years before the Next Generation, though.
My head's pointing again. It's just random. My head's pointing towards like the 2700s, that century. I know it's far in the future.
I want to say like 24th or something.
24.
24.
I was thinking of 28th.
I'm looking for reactions. 23.
Now these guys are poker face. They're not going to give
They are
anything away.
poker facing.
I want to say the 28th, but
We'll go with you, mate, boy. We'll go. With you.
which is the
28.
2700s.
Yeah.
Well, if had I asked you in what time period Captain Braxton of the USS Relativity was from, then you'd be correct. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The Next Generation takes place in the 24th century.
Oh, Lukey boy. No.
Unfortunately so. Okay.
Right.
No,
Right.
This is the end of the show, I think, guys.
don't worry.
I think they should get half a point for that. What do you think, Conti?
Hey, listen.
You know what? Half a point. Give me
Because
half.
Luke did say.
Half a point.
Luke did
wink
say.
at.
Nothing like a bit of charity. Look, I'm poor. I'm homeless outside of
there
Jabba's
was
palace.
logic behind the madness there, wasn't there? We knew when it was, and there was a Twitter graphic I saw, so that got to count for something.
Twitter graphic.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
What I did
they're
love-
always accurate.
What I did love was Jabba the Hutt's expression when I asked the previous Star Wars question. His eyes went.
Yep. That one. I've got to try and be the poker face.
Here's the next question for Stu and Keira. What was the name of the admiral that shouted, "It's a trap!" in Return of the Jedi?
Oh, Akbar?
Correct. Well done.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well
See,
done.
we
wow.
watched
Easy
Star
questions
Wars.
on purpose.
That's kind of the difference here.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's
Well,
a
listen.
trap.
It's a trap.
We've got a lot of questions here to win, so we're fine.
We're all right, Matt. Come on,
We're all
we
right.
got this. I've got my hobgoblin. I'm having fun. You know.
I got my blue milk.
I was going to make some of that, but I couldn't find any blue food colouring at the supermarket.
I keep it in stock because normally I stream with a Romulan ale.
Here we go.
So
I've got
milk and
in
blue
my thing.
curacao tastes bloody awful.
Here we go.
Oh.
All right. So here's the next question then for Matt and Luke.
Right.
What is the name of the original Enterprise's Doctor? And by that I mean the Doctor from the original series.
Oh, They have a nickname, don't they?
They do.
Bones.
Correct.
Yes! I did know that one. I did know that one. Yes!
Well, of course, I would have also accepted Dr. Leonard McCoy, but Bones is also an acceptable answer.
High five.
Oh yes, go on. Look, are you this way?
I'm up.
Oh.
I'm every which way.
All right. Well, high five. Bang. There we go.
Mark.
We'll have it. We'll have it.
Okay. Okay, next question for Stu and Keira. In Return of the Jedi, many of these people died bringing the information of the second Death Star to the rebels. Who were they?
Is this the?
Many blank died bringing us this
Very
information.
solemn moment. Many Ian Bothans died. No, it's Bothans, isn't it?
It is Bothans. Well done.
Yay!
Well
Guys
done.
know it.
Nailing
stuff.
this.
You guys know. You guys know. This is great.
This is what happens when you grow up never having any friends or not going out anywhere.
You know about the spies, the Bob and spies.
That's it.
Quality.
Melange.
This is making me think of, is that to do with the events of Rogue One? Is that the same people?
No.
No.
No, because Rogue One's the original Death Star that's in A New Hope, not the second but bigger Death Star in Return of the Jedi.
Not quite operational one.
Yes, that's it.
Random Gotham has said the aliens that were Jar Jar Binks, they were Gungans, weren't they?
Gungans.
Yeah, they're
Gungans,
Gungans,
yeah.
man.
Gungan style.
Gungans are great. We love Gungans. We want more Gungans. We want more.
You
I was
guys
actually
have Jar Jar, we have Neelix, so, you know.
I was actually very disappointed that Jar Jar didn't turn out to be the ultimate Sith Lord over Darth Sidious. Or
There's the fan theory.
He still could be.
Yeah.
He still could be. If we get another trilogy, they'll ring up our boy Ahmed Best.
I mean, Ahmed said he likes the idea of it and he's up for it. So
We've had him on our show.
I mean,
if anyone's listening, we had Jar Jar Binks on our show.
Yeah.
He was an absolute
he was
legend.
king, he
the
was,
guy
yeah.
is an absolute legend. Shout to Ahmed Best.
I remember the first time I saw The Phantom Menace, this was in 99, and I had a pirate copy. Sorry, I sailed the high seas, and a friend had a copy.
Wired it.
Yes, and anyway, but there was a scene when Padme is in the junk shop belonging to Anakin. What's it called? The flying
Watto.
guy. Watto,
our boy.
Lenny.
Yeah. And, there's a scene where she's talking to Anakin, and there's Jar Jar peeking his head around the corner, and he's waving his hand and moving his mouth like he's controlling that. That was really creepy.
Are you an angel? It was Jar Jar giving him that rubbish dialogue the whole time.
Yeah, that was.
We love it. We love it.
Ask if she's an
really
angel.
creepy. Okay, whose turn was it anyway? Your guys, Matt and Luke. Okay, so which alien race always uses the phrase "resistance is futile"?
Right.
Oh.
There's two here that could be.
Go
No,
on.
I feel that this could be, again, I don't believe there's any trick question. It could be the Klingon or the Borg.
There's only one of them.
Who are the really smart, like the people who don't have emotional intelligence?
I'm not sure he's going to give you the
Vulcans.
answer. Vulcans.
That's Vulcans.
Oh, he did give us the Vulcans. So it's not the Vulcans. Or
No.
could it be? So
No, it could be.
no, he wouldn't give us the answer. No, it's got to be
not those
Klingon
guys, 'cause
or Borg. Klingon, because there was one of the geezers from the Enterprise crew who was the first Klingon to be good, basically. And then there's the Borg. So
I've just seen Random Gotham's comment in the chat. The Swedes.
what do you reckon? I think it's one of those two, a Klingon or a Borg. Now,
I don't
Klingon is like the
know,
ultimate, isn't he?
The Swede sounds tempting.
Oh, I do, yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards Klingon. I'm kind of.
I'm going to
leaning
go with
toward
your
that.
gut this time.
But don't they speak enough? They speak Klingon. So what would they say that?
It might say it in Klingon.
I might say the Klingon. I'm not going to give it. I can't make this any easy. This is one of the easiest questions.
I'm going to leave this to your gut.
No,
instinct,
it's not
mate.
Conti. No, it's not. Because we don't know what is going on. We don't know what's going on. It's
Right.
like, right, no, I reckon.
Which one?
Okay,
Go on.
all right. Should we do Klingon?
If you feel, go with your gut, mate. Should we do it?
We'll fry up a K. Put Klingon.
Hang on. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It was the Borg.
Oh,
We are the Borg. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
I knew it was one of them. Next time we go with my gut.
The Swedes comment was actually a clue because Bjorg or Borg sounds
Borg.
Swedish.
Well,
That was in one of the
Right.
movies.
I thought we were just having some nationalist banter or something.
there was a Swedish tennis player at the time that the movie came up called Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn Borg, that's right.
And so that's one of the characters one of the characters that was originally supposed to be Avery Brooks as Captain Sisko, but unfortunately he decided not to make the movie because of time constraints on the DS9 show, so they threw Lily in instead. So, yeah.
I feel we need to give Luke and Matt a little bit of sort of a leg up here. So just to explain, Star Trek was this TV series that started back in the 1960s, and it's set in the future on a spaceship. There you go.
Nice one.
Now
I'm ready now. Do you know what? I'm thinking...
What? I think it's the one with the wizards. And
I think we're doing quite well, even though we're getting them all wrong. Even with the centuries question, okay, we weren't too far off. We knew it's the Klingon or the Borg. We just picked the wrong one. So we're on the right track.
Yeah, you're doing good.
The term resistance is futile was coined so often in the 90s and throughout the early 2000s. I'm surprised.
I say that as well sometimes. Like they're just like
maybe
in
it's the
everyday
heat.
life.
Maybe it's the heat getting to me on Tatooine or something.
I think so. Yeah. The aircon on this ship isn't great. Yeah.
Try some Borg gifts instead of Palpatine ones.
Well, anyway, next question for Stu and Keira. In Attack of the Clones, Anakin Skywalker slaughtered these group of people like animals.
The younglings.
No,
I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, well, he did. That was in the last one, the trilogy. No, it was to save his mother when he rescued his mum.
Who were they?
It was the Sand People.
Correct, it was the Sand People. And he confessed while...
Sorry, Keira, I didn't mean to shout no at you like that. I get ultra competitive, I'm afraid.
And he confessed to his newfound girlfriend that he completely loved. I slaughtered them like animals. And Obi-Wan's holding me back. And I just thought, how is she attracted to this guy?
Hey, it's a good chat-up line, you know. It works.
I slaughtered them like animals.
I hate
that's
sand.
my post-COVID tactic, that is.
Matty Boy's going to be sliding into the bars around Piccadilly Circus.
That's it.
He's like, I hate sand.
To be fair, after the last year, I won't date anyone unless they're a murderer now.
There we go, see? Perfect.
Right, there we go. Exclusive.
Right? Ed in the chat has suggested that the people who slaughtered like animals were door-to-door salesmen. I think that's perhaps wishful thinking.
Of course, if anyone is deserving of being slaughtered.
I don't want double glazing.
Having been a door-to-door salesman, though.
Oh, no.
Look, you're better than that now, Stu.
You're ace in a Star Wars quiz, so you must be.
Yeah, I know.
That's because I got sacked, so I stayed at home watching DVDs.
I should have gone to bed with a Star Trek encyclopedia in my ear, you know.
It's quite thick.
Come on.
I mean, you can roll it up as much as you like. It's not going to fit.
There's not much going on in here, so it would fit.
Do you guys have Netflix by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you type in Star Trek, all the shows come up. You can watch them.
Do we have a few days to do it now? Can we just do that?
Hang on. Hang on. Stu's not seen The Mandalorian.
No.
And
I've
that's
seen
like...
the season.
There we are. Kira's on brand there.
Man, so good. The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
So good.
This is the way.
This is the way. Here we go.
Okay. What is the name?
Yeah.
Janeway's starship.
Of whose starship, sorry?
What is the name of Captain Janeway's starship?
If only somebody who cosplays as her was on the call.
Yeah, I know.
The name of the ship.
I've just had a thought,
Got a
Conti.
stone
On a question of Trek, you do the shields thing, don't you? Where you can raise shields and bounce the question back to the other side.
That is true, but unfortunately, this is such an easy question that you two would know this. And you don't
Easy?
So-
Easy? This word is being like chucked around like sausage rolls and grapes.
If only there was a series named after it.
Enterprise.
Voyager.
Oh. Is it Enterprise or Voyager?
It's not Enterprise. There's Deep Space Nine, there's Voyager, there's the new Picard one, which I have seen, it's quite good.
The Mandalorian.
It is Deep Space Nine or Voyager. Deep Space Nine was a base, I think. It was a space station.
Voyager sounds about right, actually.
Sounds like a good name for a ship.
Yeah, it does sound like a good name for a ship.
We'll go Voyager.
Well, you are correct. It was the USS Voyager. Well done.
Yes.
There was a series called Enterprise, though. Just so you're aware.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Enterprise.
That's what I thought of. I was like,
We went with the gut and we were right this time. So what?
The fun fact is my nan loves Star Trek, and so whenever I go around my nan and granddad's, she'd have Star Trek on. So that's how I know a lot like the visuals, but it's the names. I'm not so
My
sure.
uncle loves Star Trek.
I feel like as a Voyager diehard fan, we should appreciate some of the comments in the chat right now. The USS Chakotay love, which I am here for. USS Coffee, I am also here for. Jane K. You know what? I love all of these. Sorry, carry on, Jabba the Hutt. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying my uncle's a massive Star Trek fan. He's going to be so disappointed when he sees this back. He's more of a Trekkie than a Star Wars fan. So I'm sorry, Uncle Bone.
Oh, you're learning though.
Yeah,
We're learning.
This is an education.
If I were to go watch a series like tonight, which one would I start with?
Deep Space Nine.
Well, I would say start off with the Next Generation. I mean, Deep Space Nine is a great show to start from. There are, however, some things from the very first episode of Deep Space Nine you will miss out on. So I'd at least watch from... Yeah, you can go from season 2 of Next Generation, because it's better than season 1. Season 1 was dreadful. Go straight from season 2 through to the end of season 3. Watch the two-parter called Best of Both Worlds, and then go to Deep Space Nine from the episode 1, and you'll understand.
Best of Both Worlds.
There we are.
Sounds like Hannah Montana to me.
No, it's really not.
Sounds like a Disney Channel original.
It's about this
Disney,
alien
that's
race
ours.
called the Borg.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, those guys. I remember the Deep Space Nine adverts when I was a kid. I think it was on Sky One, I think, at the time. They used to be on all of the time when I was a kid. But I never did sit down to watch it. But I will do one day now.
There
You've told us
seems
to
to be a
watch it.
general consensus in the chat as well. Everyone's saying Next Generation.
I had a question to ask as well. About now, actually, I don't think I can ask it actually because because Stu hasn't seen the Mando, and it
Hey,
may
you
be
can ask
considered
it.
a spoiler.
No, go for it.
Okay, good.
I don't care.
Basically, in the Mando, everyone lost their minds in the Star Wars fandom because Luke Skywalker showed up, and it was one of the greatest moments of my life ever. I was gonna say, in Star Trek, who could turn up? Who would turn up? What character could come up on screen that could elicit such a massive reaction from the Trek fans as Luke Skywalker for Star Wars?
Q, every time. He's a winner.
Yeah, Q is awesome. Also, the Borg Queen. Love her.
Unfortunately, I mean, the Borg Queen was great in the movie First Contact, but I found it kind of made her a mustache twirling villain in Voyager. They humanized it too much in that show, I find.
Potentially, yeah.
I think in terms of sort of the nostalgia you get from a young Luke, I was aware of that spoiler anyway. Because I've not been avoiding the internet.
And I have to say, the actor that played him was also the same actor that plays the Winter Soldier. He did a great job.
Yep. There you go.
Okay,
yeah, for
next
that
question.
nostalgia. Just to say, I think a good one for that would be Nichelle Nichols.
Oh, yes.
On a horror turning up in a new series. I think that would have a like a kind of a big reaction from fandom.
Actually, you're right. After everything she's actually done for women in science, especially with NASA, people in real life love her. People have made their careers from what she did for women. So, to be fair, if she showed up on a new series, I think people would lose their minds over it. That would be really cool.
Nice.
Well, George Takei's Sulu. Remember the Sulu show? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
On the Excelsior.
Oh my.
Oh my. Yeah. So, next question is for Stu and Keira. In The Empire Strikes Back, which hand did Darth Vader cut off Luke with his lightsaber?
Right hand?
I want to say right hand. I'm picturing him getting the robot one fitted, and I think this was right at the end, and the robot sort of opened the panel and they're fiddling about and he's doing that, and I'm pretty sure he's got his hand out like that. I think right hand.
I was picturing the scene where he's on the balcony.
Oh, clutching the
with Padme, and he's like
with Padme, Luke.
Padme.
No, I'm thinking.
As Anakin.
I was thinking Anakin. Don't listen to me. I obviously don't even know their names.
But I mean, to be fair, every single Star Wars film has someone getting their hand chopped off.
I mean, look at.
Am I right? I'm right about that, Luke and Matt.
I don't know about the new ones.
No, it's not everyone, not every single one now. The last one didn't, I don't think. The last Jedi didn't, did it?
In The Last Jedi, there wasn't even a lightsaber didn't clash against each other, did they?
No, there wasn't a lightsaber on lightsaber duel for the first time. Yeah.
It was the throne room
yeah,
where
guards,
Kylo... Yeah. Oh, man. That scene.
Yes.
So good. It's real. Yeah. It's honestly so good.
Yep.
But anyway, back to you, Stu.
Yeah,
Keira.
so Keira, which hand did Anakin have cut off then?
I was thinking the right hand, but I clearly don't know my ass from my own elbow. So.
No, I think you were right. I think it's the right. I couldn't say I'm 100%, but...
We've got a 50-50 chance here.
Well, you know what to say. You're either left or you're right, and you are right. So, here we go. Well done.
Hey.
I'm joking. It's a joke. Come on, relax. Anyway, well done. So, I think that's so far 5 questions each. Would you like to continue the first round with more questions like this, or should we go into the next round?
Remind us what the next round is.
Next round is merely 4 questions, each question requiring 2 answers.
Ah, okay.
What are you thinking, Lukey Boy? What are we? 5-2 down? 2.5 down? Are we?
Yeah, I don't know. What are we? What's the score?
4 to 2.5.
Mate.
Ooh.
Come on, we can carry on.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll carry on the first round then.
The dignity's still there.
The next question then for Luke and Matt is: what technology produces food for the crew?
Right, what technology produces food for the crew? Right.
I'll give you a clue.
George Foreman.
It inspired the 3D printer.
Oh. Right. It's not George Foreman.
Thank you. I'm glad someone acknowledged it.
I did hear that, sorry. Okay, what technology? Yeah.
Food printer.
Allows you to make uniforms and phasers and boots.
I've heard of photons and phasers and things like that, but melee weapons in Star Trek. But right, so
is there a race that came up with that technology? Just like the humans
many have claimed to be the creators of that technology, but none have been confirmed as canon yet.
Wow.
I think a lot of the races have their own versions of it, because when they meet a different alien race, quite a lot of the time they have their own one.
Right. So it's like a 3D printer, and it's not patented by one species, so it's an all-in-one for everyone. And it goes across like this, I'm assuming.
It's very similar to the transporter. It has the same effect. So when you ask for a glass of, say, when you ask for a martini,
Yep.
it'll beam in a martini, but it has a different name.
It's the same stuff as like the Beam Me Up Scotty, that kind of thing.
The Zoom thing.
Who made the Beam Me Up Scotty? Was it Scotty?
No, that's because he's asking to be beamed up by Scotty.
I'm not right. I'll repeat the question. What piece of technology provides food and equipment and clothing for the crew?
Crane, it's like a 3D printer, and it's not Beam Me Up Scotty, Luke.
It's similar, but it's not the same.
Beamer.
Food beamer.
I don't think what that's called. It sounds like a. Yeah, you go with that, Luke. Go with that.
Do you reckon that? Because I have zero clue. So I think we should just throw something out there and see what
Go on.
happens.
I'm gonna live on your hill here. Food
beamer.
That's your final answer?
Well, it's wrong. I know it's wrong. Unless it is literally a BMW made of bananas or something. What about Vulcan Beamer? Something like that. Vulcan Beamer.
It's not. It is called the Replicator.
Well, that makes more sense.
That does make more sense.
Okay.
No,
Right.
Vulcan Beamer, I think that's the
Food
official
beamer.
title.
You just see a
from
Vulcan
now.
like driving along in his
Vulcan
Beamer
Beamer.
in his 3 Series.
If you want a
Not
replicated
indicated.
Vulcan, if you want a replicated Vulcan, you have to go to Quark's. He's got the right facilities for that.
Oh, yeah. So Vulcan loves slave number 3.
Has he?
Oh yes.
Twyla Keelan.
I've just seen a comment in the chat, and as a former bartender, I feel like I should address it. Is the martini shaken or stirred? If you want a real martini, it's always stirred. James Bond asked for
shaken.
shaken martinis. The writer put that into the books to show that he's an uncouth, classless human being. If you want a real martini, it should always be stirred.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
but
wow.
But the replicator can produce both. So if you want it shaken, it will give you a shaken martini.
Wow.
There we go.
Classless.
Well, do you know what, though? In the chat, they did say Martina. So if it is a person, then
Maybe.
they could get really dizzy.
Well, we'll give Martina the choice because I feel like she should have some bodily autonomy.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
feeling pretty shaken already, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martina.
All right, next question for Stu and Keira. In The Empire Strikes Back, what did Leia call Han Solo in the medical bay after French kissing her brother Luke?
I hate that scene.
Oh, yeah. What happens in the family stays in the family.
All right.
Do you have any ideas, Stu?
Yes.
What?
A scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Correct. Well done.
Oh, you naughty boys do.
Yeah, you're a naughty
Yeah, that is
boy.
the Star Wars N-word, isn't it?
That is.
Right. Yes.
It's your word.
I was going to say arsehole.
No.
One thing.
I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer this morning, and I realised that the visual effects are done by Nerf Herder production.
Oh, cool.
There you
It
go.
might be the sound effects. It's one or the other, but yeah.
It wouldn't have worked quite so well with Kira's answer.
No.
Yeah.
Although I've worked with many production agencies where that would be accurate.
I'm sorry for swearing live, everybody.
This one is for Luke and Matt.
Yes.
What was the title of the original Star Trek pilot?
Oh, the only thing is, I actually did know this, and I generally did, and I can't remember.
Matt, search your feelings.
Oh,
Have
well,
faith
here's
in the heart.
my hand, so I'm not searching Google. I generally did know this one.
You got this, mate. Come on.
Oh, I can't remember.
Come on, Matt. Come on.
Use that big brain.
Yes. Come on, you cheeky boy.
Yeah,
You got it.
can't remember for the life of me. So the pilot, the only thing I could think of was the beginning, but I can't generally remember what it was called. And I did hear about it, and I did know this.
I'll give you, maybe this clue might help you. There was the scenes that were taken were reused in another Star Trek original series episode called The Menagerie, which was a two-parter, and Spock had to explain why he stole the Enterprise by using the scenes of what happened in that episode. This second episode was called The Menagerie, so that might help you out.
Oh God. I can't remember what it was called now. Because he nicked it from the Menagerie.
Episode 4, according to Ben Kerno.
That's because originally it was, but it was showing out of. But the original series was showing out of order when it was originally aired, and they just kept that order even when they were selling the VHS tapes. They didn't rearrange the order until much later.
But Lukey boy, it's the pilot. So he stole something from Menagerie, the heist, the theft, I've honestly can't remember, but I heard it on a YouTube channel.
You're our best chance. You're our only hope.
Great. Then we have none. Should we go for?
Come on, Matt.
Generally can't remember. So let's go
Matt.
for.
You can.
I can't.
You can remember. Come on. Do you need a Snickers or something? Got a Snickers?
Like
just have a bite of that.
A couple of those beers you've got there.
Think about the word menagerie. What is a menagerie?
I'm looking at Luke to give me an help here.
I can't help, mate.
You know what a menagerie is?
I can't help you with this, mate. I have no idea.
A menagerie is a zoo is a menagerie, for instance.
Yeah, it's birds and things, isn't it? So, the birdhouse.
That's close.
Oh
no, because I know as soon as it's
getting there.
The bird cage.
That's a film.
Good film too.
Yeah. The bird catcher.
You were close with the previous comment.
Oh.
Right, look. So we got birdhouse was close.
No,
the bird's cage was close. Bird cage. What's another word for bird enclosure? Bird cage.
Is it? No, they wouldn't. Oh no, they could use something like the eagle cage or something like the eagle nest.
I'm sticking with bird.
Go on, eagle has landed.
Bird.
Yeah. Bird. What's another word for enclosure that's not menagerie or cage or house?
I don't know. I think time's up, Matt.
I think you might want to go. You just said it a second ago.
Oh, we said it.
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt just said it a second ago. He was saying, "What's another word for this?" And you spouted out a whole bunch of words.
Oh no! So what did I say? Enclosure. Is that the word I said?
And you said a few other words.
The bird enclosure, the bird house, the bird cage, the bird
trap.
Catcher.
Bird trap.
Remove the word bird.
The enclosure, the capture, the cage.
The cage is correct. Well done.
First time lucky. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Hey,
thank you. I do feel slightly bad for taking that answer, but
right.
You helped us along there. Well, you helped Matt along there. Thanks.
No worries.
Nice one, Conti.
Okay. For Stu and Keira, now this is a really easy one. Which microscopic life forms allow Jedi and Sith to use the Force?
Oh, I actually know this. I just can't remember the word.
Medi. Or is it MIDI?
It's something similar to what you put in your swimming pool.
Chlorine.
Mm-hmm. MIDI.
Midichlorians.
Correct. Well done.
Yay!
Some good knowledge.
All right.
Don't mention that in the Star Wars world, that M word, but it's out there.
Yes, that was. Even I wasn't a big Star Wars fan, but I thought, just there were certain people who had this ability to learn this magic, and then they said, "Oh yeah, it's midichlorians now," and you're like,
"Yep,
it's what now?"
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though. I tell you what, we've done a whole episode about that. How that's a reflection of how the Jedi were failing. What a lot of people don't realise is the prequels has shown the Jedi at their worst.
Yep.
They were disconnected from the spiritual aspect of the Force.
They tried to quantify it somehow, which can't be.
Yeah, that led to their demise. So we've got an episode on that, haven't we? But I don't know. I can't remember.
What a good plug that was.
Yeah. Cheeky plug. It's called Failure of the Jedi. Oh,
I mean, I made a point of remembering it as a way of teasing Star Wars fans. So, you know.
Oh, no.
Well, we put that shield
On that
up, didn't
one.
we? We put that shield up and we got, answer.
We put that replicant beam up and you ain't getting past that.
We can't answer them with the birdcage, but we got that defense.
Oh, gosh.
Excellent.
All right, no, come on, Matt, boy. We got this. Right. You got this, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think. All right. I think we'll go with this one.
Here we go.
Easy enough. Should be easy enough, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's Matt's face.
Oh, dear. All right. What is the Kobayashi Maru?
Come on,
This
Luke.
is an easy one.
This is definitely your one now to go for.
No, Matt.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is.
I do not know.
Kobayashi Maru. Right, it sounds like a nice meal, but it obviously isn't.
Is it? It reminds me of Terrace Carsey, like.
Oh, you know, that's a good shout,
Like
actually.
fighting, like a
Terrace
fighting
Carsey is like
style.
karate type thing. Kobayashi Maru. So Terrace Carsey was a form of like martial arts, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Star Wars Galaxy.
It sounds a bit like that.
A fighting style or something you learn.
What is it again?
It's called the Kobayashi Maru. Now,
I reckon.
Is it an object?
No, I reckon you're right.
No.
Kobayashi Maru.
Is it something you can learn?
I think it's something.
it's
you learn.
definitely something it's something Starfleet cadets have to learn and have to take. Some of them some of them take this or do
taste.
or perform this several times over. Now, what kind of test is it?
Well,
Kind of gave that away what it is,
A
but
test of courage.
Some of them have even been known to cheat. The
yes, some of them have been known to cheat, like Captain Kirk.
naughty people.
naughty boy
Oh,
Kirk.
Kirk. Can't trust Kirk. He's a cheeky lad.
Always oiled up that man is. Right, so if you can cheat on it, then maybe it isn't something you can like a martial arts type thing. If you can cheat on it, because how do you cheat on a fighting exam? It's got to be something to do engineering, maybe. Something about knowing your way around the ship.
Ooh, maybe it's
stuff.
using that. Yeah, I think that's a good shout. Or like using those beam me up Scotty stuff. You know.
So technical, we're going to go for. Should we go technical? Some sort of technical.
What
exam?
do you think? Yeah, I think so.
Well, if you can cheat on it, it's got to be tangible enough. Because I mean, you can't really. You can cheat on a fight if you really want to, but not really.
At first, I was leaning towards something maybe a bit more mysterious or spiritual, but I don't think it. By the sounds of it,
Engineering,
is that?
technical, something to
I
do
think
with how
you're
to
right.
run a ship.
Yeah. Maybe
Technical-
it is like you're driving. Maybe it's a bit like you're driving.
That's a
test.
good shout.
Do you know what I mean? Like not
that's-
necessarily, not like specifically. Oh, this is how you fly the Enterprise.
That's
but
navigation, isn't it? It's a navigation
Yeah.
or technical.
maybe it's just the general technology, like the beam technology. Is it something akin to that? Is it like a certificate, a pat on the back you get for learning how to use space stuff? Final answer.
It's something that the cadets have put through, knowing that if they ever reach captain, it's a situation they will or they may have to very well face.
So it's
Is it
captain.
Is it?
The captain's the captain's the one who makes all the decisions. The captain, if the
I'll give you a
captain
clue.
can face
Oh,
it,
hang on.
it's
I
got to be
think-
like a
is it
suicide
like-
thing or something.
Is it like like the start of games, they determine you can take you can figure out like what type of character you'll be. Like, or like let's say the Millennium Falcon ride at Disney Or no, that's bad. Like you can figure out, are they an engineer?
It's
are they
got to be something
I'll
like
give you a Star Wars
or
example.
something.
I'll give you a Star Wars example.
Yeah.
Every Padawan, when they go for the trade, must face the mirror.
They face their fears, don't they? They face themselves.
Yeah,
Right? That's the Star Wars version. Now, it's slightly different.
I reckon it's your last resort type training. What do you do when the chips are down and you got nothing else?
I think it's about the person. The actual.
How do you cope in that situation?
Are you going to be like a blue lightsaber wield? Are you going to be green? Are you going? You know when there's that episode of Clone Wars where the kids are basically finding out about themselves. I think that's kind of like the hint.
Right.
So maybe like
yeah.
I'm going to
like a character.
You're very close. You are very close. I'm going to give you the point. The Kobayashi Maru is a training simulation which is known as the no-win scenario, where they have to try and attempt to rescue a ship. However, in doing so, you will die.
Suicide, see?
Now, there's only one captain that has truly ever passed the Kobayashi Maru, and that was by destroying the Kobayashi Maru, the ship known as the Kobayashi Maru in the simulation. He destroyed it from across the neutral zone and bugged out.
So to pass it, you have to destroy it.
Wow.
Oh, we did quite well then, actually.
It was like a bridge of both.
I've got to say,
a mix of both at a stretch.
I don't know about you, Keira, but I would have actually got that wrong if that had been put to us.
Oh, I knew what that one was.
Oh.
My immediate response wouldn't have been the scenario; it would have been the ship itself.
Oh, well, it always just makes me think of the training exercise. It's in the beginning of Wrath of Khan, isn't it?
It is.
The training exercise.
It's also in Star Trek 2009 as well, when Kirk is in the chair himself, commanding Bones, and when he's in Starfleet Academy, and you see him actually, you see him cheat. He reprogrammed the simulation.
It's referenced a lot in Star Trek.
Yeah. I think there's a few episodes when in Next Generation when Wesley Crusher is doing his Starfleet training, and he talks about it a bit in that, doesn't he? Or they mention it to him, or there's some, I don't know. He does some kind of test, not that one, but preparing him for that one.
Yeah, because they're only allowed to have one person enter the academy a year, apparently, according to that episode.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous. Anyway,
Stu and Keira, it's your question.
Ooh.
Lovely.
In Attack of the Clones, which Jedi Master ordered the creation of a clone army for the Republic? Now, I'll give you a hint. The character himself was never seen, but he was mentioned. His name was mentioned.
He also died 10 years beforehand. Do you want me to just give the answer, because I know it?
Yes.
Master Cypher Diaz.
Oh my days.
This guy knows his stuff.
Stu, hang on. In an email,
Kira's
you were
face
like,
was a
I
picture
don't
then.
really know Star Wars. Hang on. What?
Yeah. He said you'll find our lack of faith
this guy?
disturbing. This guy knows Sifo D. That's a deep cut.
Mate, not having it. Deduct 5 points.
I tell you what, if you want, we can do a rematch, and what we'll do is I'll pose the Star Wars questions to you guys and the trick questions to them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Oh, that's pretty cheeky.
When it's a Star Trek day, we'll come on and we'll
we'll do
reverse
that. Yeah, we'll do another one.
Cool.
We'll do another
We'll
one.
do that.
Oh, we have got 3.5
No, well
questions
played,
right.
Stu. Well played, mate.
Yeah,
Four and a half.
Very
Four
good.
and a half.
We're doing
Very
all
I
right.
mean, they
good.
mentioned him quite a few times in Attack of the Clones as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be Sido Dias, which is obviously Palpatine's Sith name almost. But they thought it was it was a typing error, and it became Sifo Dias. And
I didn't know it was Palpatine.
But was he not? Was Cypher Diaz not eventually discovered in? Was it Rebels? I'm not sure if it was Rebels
the
or
Clone Wars. They mentioned him, and then they
make him
released
into a
recently.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make him into a character. But the original point was, there was going to be a Papa.
Yeah, Papa Palps.
Okay.
Well, in Attack of the Clones, when Obi-Wan mentions it to, I think it's Yoda, it's certainly the Jedi Council, I think Yoda even says, well, no, he died long before.
Mm.
So he acknowledges him as an actual person.
Little baby there.
Yep.
Yeah, the child.
Grogu.
Captain Quinn thought Master DS was Dooku. Interesting. That's a good take on it.
Isn't it?
But it is actually
that's
Jar
it.
Jar Binks, as Captain Quinn says. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We love Jar Jar.
I love
Love
Jar
a bit Jar
Jar Jar appreciation.
I was so young and innocent when those films came out. I didn't realise how bad they were. So me and my mum used to watch them all the time, and we used to talk like Jar Jar Binks all the time. Like, it was actually disgusting.
There's no time like the present to do it again.
Yeah, that's it. Get it going again.
Go on.
Okay, so here's
Go
the
on.
next
For the rest.
Here's the next question for Luke and Matt.
Okay.
Come on, Matt.
Which next generation character had sex with the android known as Data?
Oh.
Data. Oh, that name rings a bell. Right. So
Right.
this is
Functional.
right.
I'll have a settle for the actress's name or the character's name.
So it was a woman. Excellent news. I reckon.
Was the Next Generation the one that came out in the 90s?
Yes.
In the
Yes.
late 80s, early 90s. Starting in
Yeah.
the late 80s and went through to the early 90s.
See, I think on a date, yeah. See, I think this is the one that I'm talking about that my nan would have on all the time. Has Data got those sweet glasses on?
No, that's Geordie LaForge.
Right. Data is the one who's like, he's almost got like gold, silvery skin.
Correct.
Right? Yellow eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Right.
That's funny. Yeah, I know him.
See? Hey.
Yeah,
mate,
C-3PO, as Random
hey,
Gotham says.
Hey, Matt. Hey, look at us.
Yeah, you would have thought. Snub me. Right.
I don't know.
The Next Generation. I know. I think so. I know some of the guys who are in it. I like LeVar Burton. I know he was in it.
What?
I was thinking like the actors' names. Who
Was
I can
Lucy
remember.
Liu in Star Trek? No?
That wasn't
Okay.
Lucy Liu then.
Right.
Data. There was Will Wheaton was in it, or I think Will Wheaton was Will Wheaton in it.
Shut up, Wesley.
That's it. Wesley. He was a little lad. Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
There was Will Wheaton. There was LeVar Burton. There was.
Right.
There was the woman whose name I can't remember. I can picture her actually in my head. Has she got brown hair?
Yeah, that's Councillor Troy.
Okay. That was Marin or something.
Yeah.
So it wasn't there. Obviously.
Marina Sirtis. No.
No, that's like Marin Troy's.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure of who else it could be.
the only actress I knew who was in it was the one that's just been named and was wrong. So
Yeah.
I don't know another female. There wasn't another female character.
Was there a blonde character?
Ooh,
Yeah, and did she wear a blue uniform?
No.
See, it's really like
was
I've probably
blonde.
not seen this stuff since the 90s.
She was blonde, but she wore a gold uniform. But
Yeah.
what was her name?
He was head of security, if that helps.
Before Worf.
If it's any help, the actor herself is the daughter of a very famous singer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
famous singer. Oh, he's a doctor.
No.
Oh, not in universe.
No, the actor.
Oh, okay.
The actress, yeah. Or actor, yeah. Or whatever. I get confused.
Who fancied Data?
Who fancied
Doctor.
Hey Google.
She wasn't a computer specialist, but she knew her data input. Anyway.
That's a good one.
That is.
So the guys. So the singers are. So the singer was her dad in real life.
I will not know a name.
Doctor
I
something.
may know it if I hear it, but this is going back to me being round there
And
for
it's
dinner.
not
There are
in
some
the
good
late
clues
90s.
in the chat. To be fair.
Doctor. Oh, I haven't got.
I'm
the
not
chat
on the
open.
chat.
I
Hang
should
on,
have the
let
chat
me-
open, shouldn't I?
If you're going to open Twitch, make sure you mute the tab.
That's a good
Otherwise,
idea.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
That's one
affects
thing.
the-
That's one thing as well
Have a
about
look.
Zoom.
I
Is
better not,
it doesn't show you the chat from your actual channel.
Doctor.
No.
Who has a?
Someone just put C3PO.
So
Yeah.
the Data is the yellow fella. Someone's got a crush on Data. Who is it? Who fancies Data?
I'll give you a clue. It was in the episode the Naked Now, where the crew were infected by some sort of virus, and that made them more, should we say, saucy.
It was a sort of
spicy.
intoxication
What?
virus. They were acting like they were drunk. This is one of my favourite episodes, and I think it's one of Stu's
Seen the
favourite
memes or the
episodes.
gifs or something of that, I think.
Well, we reviewed it a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
We did have a review on this.
Picard gets hammered. Well, so it would seem. And it wasn't Picard because it's a Doctor. Well, I'm looking. Hopefully the chat can
She's
help.
not a doctor.
She's not a doctor.
You're thinking about Dr. Crusher with the red hair, aren't you?
But yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's
I will
alright.
just go with that. I don't know then, mate. I can't think.
Yeah, I don't
the only
know.
other one I knew was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it was in fact the character's name was Lieutenant Commander Tasha Yar, and she was played by Denise Crosby, the singer called Bing Crosby.
Yep. I didn't know that one. I know the singer, but good old Bing, but I don't know that character.
Right. Can I Google that now, just so I know picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I put in just Crosby Star Trek.
I'm gonna
She has a
open
bit
the
of a Donald Trump haircut. So
No, don't say that.
it does.
What was the name
I
again?
do remember her.
Bing Crosby daughter.
Gotcha.
Tasha Yar's awesome. She was one of my favourite characters.
She did,
Mary Crosby.
and she died.
But
Yeah.
she wasn't at the front of my memory, actually. I think even then I was thinking of a different character when I said it. Was it a blonde person? Oh well, fair enough. Right, Matty
Right.
boy. We'll take
Right,
the
so-
L on that.
No, we take the L, yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the stream open whilst the question's on.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is for Stu and Keira. On which planet did Ray grow up as a junker?
The sandy one.
But
Yes,
it
but what was his
wasn't
name?
Tatooine.
Nope.
It was like Tatooine, but it wasn't Tatooine. Oh.
Wow, that one was stumped him.
I know.
And I know this is the bit with that Simon Pegg was in, and to this day I cannot recognise him as Simon Pegg. No matter, I try and listen for him as
Yeah.
Simon Pegg, and I can't hear Simon Pegg in him at all.
I didn't know he was in this.
Yeah, he plays the guy that she's like trading with.
Oh, the guy who gives her the rations when she hands in the food and stuff.
Yeah, that's Simon Pegg.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, neither do I, because I can't hear it. But you know,
Ooh.
oh, is it Dantooine?
I don't recognise that.
I want to say Dantooine.
I'm looking at the chat.
Luke dying to shout out the answer.
Planet
aren't you, Luke?
Morocco.
Big smile on his face.
Actually, no one.
Sand trap.
It's a trap.
Planet Morocco. I feel like it does begin with a D, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Give you a clue. It doesn't begin with a D.
Oh, okay. I'll just shut up then.
The only other planet, right? I can think of lots of planets like Korriban and the only Oh no, that's a space station in Knights of the Old Republic. I was going to say Yavin, but that's probably not been in a film. Korriban? I don't know.
Unfortunately, not. No. The name of the planet was called Jakku.
Baku?
Oh,
Now you've said it.
yeah. Now you've said it. Yeah.
Okay. So there's one question left for this round for each of you. Okay.
Come on, mate, boy.
Here we go. Come on, Luke. You get
Matt,
this
go oil up.
one. No,
Here's another
do
E.
that.
Get ready. Get the
Here's
muscles
another
ready.
easy one. In Star Trek Voyager was the first show to introduce the EMH. What is The EMH.
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 You know that one, Lukey boy. It's got my initials in it.
Yeah.
He's quite a prominent character on the show.
Is it some sort of robot or something? Droid, maybe, like it's an anagram of something.
He is an artificial life form, yes.
No reactions there.
Is it? Have I mentioned him?
No.
No.
Emergency...
It's not sweet sunglasses.
No, that's Geordie LaForge, and that was in Next Generation.
Emergency, I don't know. M. What could M stand for in space? Medical.
I keep
Hero.
thinking. Yeah, I keep
Excellent
thinking,
medical hero.
Excellent medical hero. Yeah, heard it here, guys.
It could stand for that.
You're on the right track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think medical is right. I think medical is right.
EMH, EMT. What's an EMT? in real life?
Electronic
That's isn't it?
electronic medical.
So he's a medic, is what we're trying to say.
Electronic
Extra mild
medical,
hot dog. Yes, Rick.
extra mild hot dogs.
Ben has said the M is for Mandalorian.
Oh,
Now we know what it is now, yeah.
Excellent Mandalorian hero.
Got a hot dog in the brain now.
always.
I'm so puzzled because how can something be extra mild?
It's non-existent,
touche.
surely.
Touche.
What you like? It's
German curry.
Just a lot of blue Doritos.
German curries.
Just loads of them.
Yeah. Right, so we've got an EMA, EMT. So we reckon it's
Well,
something
I think
to do
it's
with
medical.
medic.
Yeah, I think it's got to be right.
Is it literally a medic?
Is it? Are we along the right lines? Just give us a little.
Yeah, you give it around.
Give us a clue,
yeah.
come on. Right.
What's this? What's this?
Typically, if I say something, it's to tell you that it's not the right way. So until I say something,
We're on the lot
you're
right.
on the
Yeah,
track.
come on, man. We can do this.
Nurse. Is it
European-
Ooh. Is it
Extra terrestrial.
extra man's hair? Look at you, man.
Extra,
Love it. Great. That was to Luke.
extraterrestrial. Medical.
Extraterrestrial.
And what could the H be? Because I want to almost say unit. I know it's not that. Home. Hardware.
Oh man.
Hardware.
Hunk.
Well, he does think of himself that way sometimes. Especially when
Keira
it comes
thinks
to
of him
seven
that
and
way.
nine.
Do? Oh,
Really?
Yeah, he's a bit of a beefcake.
So he's a unit
Not
of
really,
a man.
no.
Not
but
hunk,
he's
no.
vain.
Right, so we're going to go for medic, are we? We're going to something like that. Medic, something to do with the medical profession.
Right, it's got to be.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we?
So-
Is there another word for medic? Doctor, nurse,
But
Lee?
hang on, we're trying to figure out what the acronym is for, right?
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I'll give you a clue. In the pilot episode called Caretaker of Star Trek Voyager, when they were flung to the other side of the galaxy in the Delta Quadrant, around approximately half the crew were killed in this process, one of them being the ship's doctor. So they activated the EMH, who ran consistently or was operated consistently throughout the 7-year journey.
Emergency medical help.
You're very
So close.
Very-
That's so good, Matt.
We almost said. Well, they said if the doctor's dead, then and there's no one on board to do it. It's got to be some kind of emergency.
Yeah.
The M's got to
Emergency.
be medical.
It's got to be, right?
Medical.
You're
got the
one
first
word
part right as
away.
well. You just
It's the help, isn't it, that's wrong, right? It's the H that's wrong.
You just got to figure out what the H stands for.
Yeah. Emergency medical
So it's not hunk. It's not
hotline. I know when a hotline
It's not hot
bling.
dog.
Just call 111. Can you please?
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah.
the Delta Quadrant.
Will be 4 hours.
Please state the nature of the
We're
medical
dealing with loads of
That's it.
people at the moment.
It will be 4 parsecs. Emergency medical H. What's a procedure that could begin with H? It's not help. It's not.
Well, Conti said it is
It's
an
not
artificial
life.
life form.
It's an artificial life form. So it's some sort of
A droid.
droid. What could begin with H? That'd be droidy robot thing that begins with H.
Yeah. Artificial hot.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Hope. Oh,
That's a good clue.
That is a good clue. That's
it's
an
not hope
excellent
then.
clue.
hologram. Hologram.
Yes.
Yes.
Put it all together.
Oh, emergency medical hologram.
Yay!
Well done.
Yes. Luke's frozen in time.
Mate. That's very good.
We're repping that.
Brilliantly by Robert Picardo.
Again, thank you for helping us with that. You're like our stabilizers on a bike.
Yeah.
No problem. Usually I don't help people, but clearly you are somewhat at a disadvantage with Stu's knowledge, or Stu and Keira's knowledge of Star Wars.
And on account of us not really seeing what we're talking about.
Yes.
But we're having fun. We're having fun.
We did get the medic part first, though, so we were on the right track.
We got
You
them.
got that straight off the bat. That was good.
And the Keira's Tarsi thing, Kobe Ashley, you were on the right track there, mate.
This one is for Stu and Keira.
Here we go.
In A New Hope, who was in command of the Death Star?
Oh my God, is it the old wrinkly guy, the one who he died, and then one of the other
Do you mean
films they
Peter
did like a
Cushing?
CGI version of him.
Peter Cushing.
Yeah, is it him? Is it his character?
Yeah, but what's his name?
Do you know, Stu?
I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I was thinking Admiral Piet, but no, I think he worked
Cushing's
under this
character.
guy.
He worked under Darth Vader in the second movie, and he got choked out, I think.
Yeah, because he's in Rogue One. And I've literally... So I stopped... I've been watching Rogue One this morning. I've been trying to do a bit of a catch-up. And I stopped just before it gets to the scene where we meet him. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to go play me
Stu's been on
DVD a
it.
sec.
Stu's been like, as soon as he got the
gets
email, like, yeah, we're down for this. Stu's like, right, flipping.
I've just left Skywalker
get the
Ranch
Blu-rays
in California,
out.
just reading it.
Get the Blu-rays out.
A little fun
I'm
fact
watching Star Wars.
about Peter Cushing on the set of the Star Wars, especially on the Death Star, that most of his scenes he did in slippers, unless they absolutely had to film a wide-angle shot of him walking through
I saw a meme of this the other day, with him wearing slippers. He's got the full get-up on, but then he's got like fluffy slippers on the bottom.
And what's funny is he's known for playing baddie roles because he looks so scary. But a lot of people who worked with him always said he was like the most gentle, lovely man. And before Star Wars, he hadn't long. Oh no, it was a while ago, but he was still grieving about it. He'd lost his wife, and every day he would go and take his lunch break and go visit her grave in North London. And yeah, he was a huge softie. He was like one of the most lovely people to work with on set, but he just looks. You may fire when ready.
Ed in chat has said he was also a huge collector of toy soldiers and wargamer, which Ed is. I know Ed personally is himself, so he would know that sort of thing.
Man.
Now
I don't know his name. I know it was Peter Cushing, but I don't know the character's name. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna give up on this one as well. I mean, Ben Kerno has suggested it might be Gul the Cat.
No, it's not called the Cat.
Yeah.
He was the commander of Terok Nor, and then when that was obviously taken over by the Bajorans and Starfleet, it became Deep Space Nine. Yeah. It was, in fact, Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, I don't think I knew his name. I just always called him Peter Cushing.
Old wrinkly guy.
Excellent.
And in Rogue One, played by the lovely Guy Henry.
Right.
So that's the end of round one. Someone like to tell me what the scores on the doors are?
Star Wars Sessions are currently on 5.5 points, but Star Trek Sunday are on 7. So you're only 1.5 behind.
Perhaps things will turn around in the next round.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of lovely help.
Now, Conti, with this round, there's 2 parts to it. Is it just 1 point per question or 2?
No, it's 2 points per question because there's 2 answers required to answer the question.
Okay.
So let's have a look. The next one's from Matt and Luke. So, okay. What weapons does the USS Enterprise use? We'll go with the original Enterprise. We'll go with the Enterprise from the original series. What weapons does it use?
Photon torpedoes, I'm thinking.
That's one of them. Yep, correct.
Oh, sweet.
Whoa!
Nice. See, I told you, mate. I did a little bit of research. I know a few things. Photon torpedoes and...
Hudson.
Right, what's the other one, Luke? Right, so it's got torpedoes.
They just armed everyone with AKs. Straight up. They're like, there's so many of them. The Soviet Union produced so many. We're still using them.
It's got to be some kind of pew pew, some kind of laser.
Yeah, what is the pew pews they use in Star Trek?
Lasers and I think it's called lasers, aren't they? Lasers and
laser
plasma.
what? Laser cannon? Laser gun.
It's not laser gun.
No.
No, he's got torpedoes. So it's got to be a laser, some sort of laser, or some sort of phasman.
Laser rifle.
The technology does use phased plasma.
Phasers.
Correct. Well done.
Yes, that's the guns these, isn't it?
It is.
Yes,
that's right.
Keira,
well done.
They're in the lead now.
What?
We've had 5.5 questions worth of help, so we got that one.
Yeah.
So half a point ahead. Okay, this one's for Stu and Keira.
Wow.
Let me just go back to the questions. What were the names of Luke's aunt and uncle?
It was Aunt Beru.
Correct.
Uncle Ben?
No, that's the
his
guy who makes the rice.
Kenobi, isn't it?
Makes the rice.
Uncle Ben makes the rice. Uncle Ben's.
Uncle Ben was in Spider-Man too.
With great power comes great responsibility.
So it's not Ben Kenobi.
No, he's not his uncle.
That's Obi-Wan.
Duh.
Or is it?
Trisha.
Oh. I can picture their charred corpses now.
That's it. That's the spirit.
Why were they green? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point.
I don't know. Soz, can't help you.
No, go with Beru, but yeah.
Okay, so you got a 1 point for Art Beru, but I'm going to take the question over to Matt and Luke, so they have the chance to give the other answer.
Go on, Lukey boy.
It's
Take it
Uncle
away.
Owen. Uncle Owen. Luke. Owen and Beru, yeah. Lars.
Lars.
Skywalker.
No.
No, it's
Lars was the grandfather. Lars was the father of his uncle.
Owen, isn't it? Owen Lars.
Owen's the uncle, yeah. Uncle Owen. Uncle Owen,
the son,
yeah. Beru White's son, her name was originally, but
All right, okay. I thought Lars was Owen's father, wasn't it?
no. Owen's father was the old guy in Attack of the Clones.
He's like,
I married your mom.
That's that guy, yeah.
yeah.
He's
I
like,
married your slave mother.
That's
it.
I lost my legs.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
I lost my legs.
Well done. That's
Nom.
1 point. That's 1 point each.
Nice.
When you hear a phrase like "he was his father's uncle," I mean that sounds like a very rural arrangement. That's all I can.
Yeah.
Tatooine, you know, this place gets crazy.
That's it. Yeah.
And the sand gets everywhere. But anyway.
Yes. Yes, very good. Very
Okay,
good.
next question is for Luke and Matt.
Come on, lads.
All right. How does the Enterprise travel through space faster than light, and what engine is used to propel it?
How does it travel through faster than light? Is it obviously Star Wars is light speed and hyperspace? So,
Is it? Yeah, I think of Ion, but I don't think that's a Star Warsism, isn't it?
ion stuff like that. Yeah.
Is that you?
What does it use? So Star Wars uses a hyperdrive.
That
Does
wasn't a
Star Trek
question.
How
does it do it? How does it travel faster than speed of sound?
What type of engine what type of engine moves it? And of course, what is then their faster than light travel called?
Right. Is Hyper in there?
No. This is not Stargate.
So what kind of engine propels it? What kind of engine propels it? Obviously a powerful one. I can't think of what it's called when they move through time. Wormhole.
No.
There was a wormhole in one of them, I think. I know that.
I'll give you a clue. Captain Cook Captain Cook will say, "This speed, Mr. Sulu."
Go on, Matt.
Oh, yeah, thanks, mate.
Mate.
I can't.
Did you
think.
grow up watching Star Trek, Matt?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Like I said, people in the family like it, and I know. Well, I thought I knew some of the major things, and I did a bit of research. But right, what does it use to get through speed? Their version of hyperspace, basically. What's that? Their version. Star Trek's version of hyperspace.
Their version, the non-canon version.
The dark side.
This speed.
The dark side.
Warp speed.
Oh,
It is warp speed.
So warp
Yes!
speed. So warp speed, Sulu. So what kind of engine pushes it? Warp engine.
Correct.
Is it?
Engine.
What did Matt just say?
Warp engine.
Warp engine. It's also known as a warp core, but it's also been known as a warp engine.
That's a guess.
Matt, you're so cheeky sometimes.
I
How
feel
do you
naughty
do
now.
it, Mr. Hudson?
I
How
feel
do
a bit
you do
naughty
it?
now.
You're such a little Jabba the Hutt.
Cheekiness going on over
I
here.
know. My warp engine was just a guess based on warp speed.
So that's 2 points to you guys. Well done. Next one is for Keira and Stu.
They're 2.5 points ahead of us now, Keira.
Yeah, we
How
got
has
to
this
pick
happened?
that now, Stu.
What's going on?
Which two races inhabited the planet Naboo?
Oh, the Gungans lived underwater, didn't they?
Yeah.
Um,
And the Nubians.
Correct. It was the Gungans and the Nubians. So that's 2 points to you as well.
Yay!
yeah. I just remember the big Gungan in the chair with the wobbly head, wobbly like.
Osnas.
Brian Blessed.
Osnas.
He's just so mean, and I love him.
Brian Blessed, was it?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Blessed.
Big boy blessed.
Big boy blessed.
Big boy blessed. Very good, guys. Well done.
Yeah, nice one.
Gungans
And that was
alive!
quick as well. That was quick.
See, we take half an hour to answer, and these guys have got it.
Okay.
Oh, it's half a point in it now. Half a point in it.
Oh my days.
Close one.
I have to find the right one here. I think that was a bit too hard. It would be. I'm sorry. Okay. Everyone knows Seth MacFarlane created a show called The Orville, which is very loosely, based on Star Trek. But how many episodes of Star Trek Enterprise did Seth MacFarlane appear? And what was his job?
Oh man, I didn't realise he was in it. I know he likes the show
No, I
because of
didn't
the
know.
Orville, but
How many episodes of? Did you say Enterprise?
How many episodes of Star Trek Enterprise
Yeah.
did Seth MacFarlane appear? And what was his job?
How many episodes are in that season?
it's only a few years of that one.
There were 4 seasons and about 26 episodes per season.
So it's only a few years. So, if he had a job, then he must have been in a couple at least. Even if he was only like in the background, he must have had a couple to be.
That's a
assigned
good
a
shout.
job. I reckon
They're
he was maybe like a navigator or something. Or like a
Trash compactor.
Yeah, is it a technician or something like that, engineer.
Well, you were right. It was in 2 episodes.
Nice one.
What was it you said?
Technician or an engineer or navigator was one of the ones.
Correct. He did work in engineering. Well done.
We might have this, Lukey boy.
Matt is fluking this.
That is actually one of the harder questions, and you got that one right.
Well, I just thought when you're on a ship, you can either be the pilot, the gunner. It's like the Resistance ride at Galaxy's Edge. You're either the
That's
pilot,
it.
the gunner, or an engineer, or like a navigator or something.
I'm
Essentially,
an engineer right now, so there's a character at the beginning of Star Trek Voyager called Seska who works in engineering, and this is the colour that engineers or ops officers wear.
And they call that gold, not yellow, right?
But that was only in the TNG era. Of course, in the original series era, they wore red.
Yeah, gold was command in TOS.
Why did they change it?
Because Captain Picard did not look good in a gold uniform, so they switched him over.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart was good in everything.
Wow.
Gold, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, but no, he looked better in the red uniform than the gold, so they decided to swap the colours over, and that's why.
And they wrote around it.
Yeah.
So it was a real world. Wow, that's amazing.
Nice.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah,
Okay.
fair enough.
So next question for Stu and Keira: which Mandalorian helped create the clone army, and what was the name of his son? I'll rephrase that question because that question was a bit incorrect. Which Mandalorian helped create the clone army, and what was the name of his clone son?
I can give you the son's name.
As well, yeah.
One of them.
His son was Boba Fett.
Yeah. But what was what was the original's name?
Oh, Django.
Django Fett.
Correct. It was Django and Boba Fett. Well done. 2 points to you.
Yes.
Always a pleasure to meet a Jedi.
Almost keeping up. We're just half a point behind.
Okay.
Entirely sure how.
Well, round 3 might be the big deal breaker. Might be okay. All right.
Come on, matey boy.
Don't put it all on me.
I'll give you that one.
I'll put it 80% on you. I'll give you 20.
A lot of these are
Random Gotham that put in the chat Django Unchained.
Yeah, that's it. Django!
Love it.
In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, we meet Captain Kirk's son and his mother. What were their names?
What? Hang on. Was Captain Kirk's mother we meet? And
No. In Star Trek II, the Wrath of Khan, the movie, we meet Captain Kirk's son and his mother.
so the mother of the son. Yep.
Yeah.
right.
There was a son called William. No, that's William Shatner I'm thinking of. Kirk. Captain.
The son wasn't the bad guy, was it? It wasn't.
Although we didn't like Kirk very much, he wasn't the bad guy now.
I've seen Wrath of Khan many, many years ago because I quite like that one, but I don't remember the names.
My God, Spock, I have a son.
Is that the one where he made the goat noise?
Goat noise.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
Khan! Yeah, that one.
noise.
No, it wasn't a goat noise. It was.
That may have been the meme I've seen.
I've seen the goat noise meme.
Yes, that's the one.
It is funny.
So
What many Londoners screamed when Sadiq Khan was mayor.
Khan!
Little joke.
So Captain Kirk's son. It's not. Well, it could be any. It could. I don't know the answer. It could literally be anything, Lukey boy.
I'm trying to think.
How real world can we be?
Is it the old? Is it really old? Right?
It's Wrath of Khan's.
It's
late,
from the 70s, right?
It's the 80s.
It was from 1980.
1980.
Yeah, that was the second.
Yeah. Did this used to play on ITV?
It probably has, yeah. I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
Because
I
the first
think-
film was plagued by issues, and then the second one wasn't. I generally don't know, so it could be anything. It's nothing but a guess. So
Okay.
We should do. Is it right? And I'm not trying to be funny. Is it a normal name or is it a
Normal names, normal human names, nothing alien.
Is it right? Right.
The son's name is a biblical name, if that's
it
any
literally
help.
could be anything.
It's a
Cain,
biblical name. Like, what are we talking?
Mark, John, Luke, Matthew.
Is it Israeli?
No.
Cain, Abel,
It's probably considered a British English name or American name.
John Kirk.
It's enough. John. In that. Is it David?
It is.
Oh, I have to. I
David
didn't mention.
Marcus, well done.
David, Star of David.
So
Israeli.
his mother is going to be called. What could his mother be called?
Barbara.
It could be Barbara.
I'll give you a clue.
Barbara.
Keira.
No, I'll give you a clue.
Kira.
not
We'll
Keira.
go for Kira.
It's not
I have
Keira,
a
but
baby
I'll give you a
honest.
clue. It sounds similar to the name of someone who would say, "Can I speak to the manager, please?"
Oh, Sharon.
No.
Sharon, Karen. Sounds similar. Jill. What?
Oh.
Shannon.
No,
Are you referring to the Karen meme? That's what we need to. Are you referring to the
I
Karen
don't-
meme?
I don't know. If someone to speak to the manager is a Karen, but it's not a Karen, and it's not a
similar
Sharon.
to Karen, but it's not Karen.
it's
Karen.
No.
Karen.
Caroline.
Caroline.
Carol.
Correct. It was Carol Marcus. Well done.
Oh, again, you guys, you're the best, man.
We owe you guys a beer for this.
Imagine
Or
us
soft drink
being
of
like
choice.
with the other question, with their Star Wars question, being like, "Well, think of a footballer, David Beckham." No. Think of the other one,
Oh, happily
Owen.
help.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Oh,
it.
well done, man.
We owe
Okay.
them a pint, don't we?
We owe you
Um,
a pint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold you
So,
to that.
That's 2 points for you. Now, for the final question of round 2 for Stu and Kira. Luke Skywalker would bullseye which kind of animal in what aircraft on Tatooine?
He what? Sorry.
Luke Skywalker would bullseye what kind of animal with what aircraft on Tatooine?
So what
They're about
rat?
2 meters large. Correct. Womp rat, yeah.
Any ideas, Kira?
What do we need? The type of what?
Type of craft that he shot them with.
You already said womp rat, so I'll give you a clue. He used to bullseye womp rats in his... They weren't much bigger than 2 meters.
It's letters and numbers. I think it's a T something.
You look really closely over there and see one.
Really? My
No,
eyesight's terrible.
But you can imagine it.
I was gonna like properly look at you.
I've got one parked just off screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it
That's it.
That's right.
T15? I want to say T15. What do you think, Keira?
I think by the look on Conti's face, I don't think that's right.
Close.
Would have said yes straight away if it was right.
It's close.
T something then? Is that
No. Well, he's not far off. Stu's not far off.
Yeah.
Is that so?
T14?
14. T16?
It was going to go either way, really, wasn't it? You are right. It was his T16,
T16.
T16.
yeah,
Luke. we
which he
love
crashed into a rock face, I think, in the comics. So, yeah. Well done. That's the end of round 2. What are the questions? What are the scores, Stu?
Oh, Star Trek Sunday are currently on 14 points, but Star Wars Sessions have taken the lead with 14.5 points.
That jammy half a point we allowed you is going to fight us in the park.
Yeah.
Well, the next one's going to could be somewhat difficult. So, yeah.
Will be.
Now this is going to be the hardest round, guys. So I'm just going to try. Let me just get.
Right.
So we've got to guess
prepared.
something.
Okay, so that's prepared. Well done. That's right there. Share screen. And there we are. Hope you can. Oh wait, I have to click share first. Now here we go. Hope you can see it. I want you to identify this ship, and I want to give you some information. This is obviously for Luke and Matt. I want to give you a lot of information on this ship. Okay. It was built at the Utopia Planitia shipyards under the watchful eye of Commander Benjamin Sisko before he took over Deep Space Nine. It was to be the pioneering ship of new technologies for a new line of ships that would come later to face off against the Borg after his encounter at the Battle of Wolf 359. It fires quantum torpedoes, photon torpedoes. It has a large array of different kinds of phasers. It has a max speed of warp 9.5, and generally often makes trips to the Gamma Quadrant via a wormhole. What I'm looking for is the name of this ship, not its class.
I mentioned wormhole earlier on, so at least I feel validated there.
It doesn't
It was also the Federation's first official warship.
Ooh. Captain Quinn has put in the chat the USS Pimp Hand.
Cisco's Pimp Hand, and it was Cisco's Pimp Hand, a term that was, I think, created by Laura Loden. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Right.
That does look like it could be. This is probably going to sound so stupid to the Star Trek guys, but that looks really mainstream. That does look like it could be. When I see a shape like that, like the circular shape with the bit sticking out, I think of the Enterprise.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely not the Enterprise though, because it was made for that show. It's made for Deep Space Nine, which is what, late 90s?
Oh, right.
Its original name, by the way, was called the Valiant. However, because when this ship was being brought to a show, the new show Star Trek Voyager was about to air, and was also going to air. They didn't want to have two starships in the franchise, both beginning with the letter V, because they thought it would confuse the audiences. I think, though, Jeff Berman was lying, and I think he was just afraid that people would think Deep Space Nine was better than Voyager. But
so, it was originally called the Valiant, and they changed it. What does Valiant mean? What, brave? What's another word for brave, Luke? I can't. I'm assuming he's still there. I can't see him.
Me?
Yeah. Another word for brave.
I'm thinking this. It sounds too cheesy, but I'm not sure if it sometimes cheese is good, especially in these kind of shows, like Hero or something, or
the USS.
That doesn't sound. Would you think if you were to say it to the average person on the street, would they be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that"?
Okay, I'll give you one more clue.
Valiant.
Before that, the ship was originally designed to fight off the Borg. That after the Battle of Wolf 359.
So it's right. Okay, so
the Borg always used the term "resistance is futile," so that might help you with the name.
So it's going to be something military related.
So it's not
right?
resistance.
It's like defense.
I was going to say, what's that thing called when what's that word called when you don't do as you're told and you fight back against something?
You're defiant.
Defiance.
Well,
Defiant.
It is the USS Defiant. Let's see if I can.
Well done.
No, naughty boy, Luke.
That was just going off of what Matt was saying.
I was going to say defence.
I said the
USS
Defiant.
No, the USS Defiant. Yeah.
I don't actually, and like being truthful, I don't actually recognise it. So
it was as I said, it was the only ship of this design in Star Trek, and it was meant for Deep Space Nine. After they met, it was introduced to fight one day, obviously at the end of season 2, where they met the Dominion, and obviously saw the threat from the Jem'Hadar. They realised they were going to need a ship with a lot of firepower, and this was a ship
Defiance, obviously,
that he built before he took over Deep Space Nine.
I was thinking of Defiance. Oh, very good, very good. Thank you, Conti.
All right.
Well done, Jabba. Well done, mate.
No, you got that one, mate.
And I think I made a boo-boo a minute ago, and you actually saw what you may have seen what the next starship was.
I didn't see anything anyway, so
okay.
I didn't see.
Well, no, that was what I meant for Stu and Keira.
See.
I don't know if you saw it. I accidentally clicked off it. So, this is a Star Wars starship. Typically they come off an assembly line. There's larger, but it's not the largest ship in the fleet. But they were definitely seen in the very first movies. In fact, they were seen throughout all of the trilogy, and they were seen later on in one of the sequel trilogy movies as well.
It's not an X-wing.
I was gonna say X-wing or TIE fighter, but I don't know because I can't tell like what angle it's at, so I don't know.
No, I think we can rule out TIE fighter.
Should we go with X-Wing then?
I'm not getting X-Wing from it either. Oh no, I don't know if they appear. Must have appeared in one of the sequel. I mean, gosh, there's that end of the sequel trilogy when you get like all the ships, like all of them.
Oh yeah.
What's a B-wing?
Uh,
Now that's quite long and
I'll give you a clue.
slender, isn't it?
It's an Imperial ship.
Well, the only Imperial ships I can think of are TIE fighters. You've got the bomber. You've got Darth Vader's weird prototypey thing. You've got obviously Star Destroyers. You've got the big one. It's quite triangular shaped. What's the name? Is it not Devastator or something like that?
Now, as I said, it's not the largest ship in the fleet, but it's not one of the smallest either.
Well, the one down from that is the Star Destroyer.
Is that your final answer?
And Star Destroyer is the second ship we see in the universe as well. What do you think, Keira?
I don't know.
Star Destroyer is the big triangular one.
The first one was the Corvette, wasn't it? The first one we saw.
Yeah. It's the one that chases Leia in the opening sequence.
Yep. So that's your final answer?
About the size of a Galaxy class ship, I believe.
Bigger.
Is it bigger?
Much bigger.
I think Star Destroyer. What do you think, Keira?
I'll go with what you think because I've got no clue. I'm awful at these picture rounds. Honestly, they mess with my eyes.
Oh. Why is that not working? Oh, God heavens. Hold on, let me just...
Maybe stop sharing, then select it, then go back.
You are correct. It was an Imperial Star Destroyer.
Hey! Were they in the sequel trilogy? Of course, at the end.
On the planet Jakku.
Episode 9.
Yeah. There's fleets
also
of
in
them,
episode 7, when they were on Jakku, you saw one just...
That's right.
And they had the First Order had their own versions of them as well. So
yeah, because Rey is salvaging stuff from one, isn't she? Yeah.
That's English Rose.
Yeah.
What always fascinated me was here's this whole Star Destroyer in the middle of the desert, okay, and she chooses to live in this junk village. I mean, you could live on one of these things.
You could do quite well on there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
She lives in an old AT-AT, doesn't she?
Yeah, a Walker, yeah.
A Walker, and she counts the days that she's been on the planet on there, and she makes a little bit of bread out of some liquid, doesn't she? Oh,
Bread looks all right.
I thought that was cool, actually. We just sort of
the effect is great.
Loved it.
Bread.
Loved it.
Yeah. Well, both teams were correct. You both got 3 points from there. So,
we get 3 points each, do we? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I did the points wrong for you guys. There's still half a point in it then.
Oh.
17 and 17 and a half.
Well, let's see what we can do. Well, sometimes at usually point when we have almost a tie like this, what we do is we bring on someone from the audience by putting a link in the chat to come on here and ask a question to each team. Or what we can do is this. Each team member asks a question to the other team, and the other team has to try and ask it. So you and Keira could each ask a Trek question to Matt and Luke, and Matt and Luke could each ask a Star Wars question to you and Keira.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do
This
it.
is usually our 4th round because we usually go to 5 rounds, sometimes then into a 6th. So this will be what we do on a question of Trek is the 4th round. Both teams ask the other team a question, and each team member gets a go.
Okay. So we've got to think of a question each.
I think I know what I'm leaning toward. Yeah.
Why do Sith Lords have red kyber? Why do Sith Lords have red lightsaber blades?
A Sith Lord?
We already spoke about
Lord?
that.
Depends who you ask, really.
Right, I did have. Let me look at some questions.
Well, there were two answers to that one, isn't there? There's artificial kyber crystals, and that they use the Force to bleed the kyber crystals.
I'm gonna.
I've got one. I think I've got one as well. I don't know. Do we have to have one each? Sorry, Conti.
Yeah, one each.
Yeah, I think I've got one, but.
Matt, I'm WhatsApping you.
Right.
Keeping it secret.
Go for it. Bring it on.
Right. I think I've got mine though.
I think I've got mine. What do you think?
Yep. And this is mine.
You naughty boy. Right. Do you guys know yours?
I've got one in mind.
I'm trying to think of one.
Okay.
I've got one.
Think about this one, son. Think about that.
Well, Memory Alpha is a great source of information. So, if you have an idea but you don't know the name of something, you can just go to Memory Alpha, and then it'll probably give you the name.
Luke and Matt are asking us a Star Wars question, though, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Memory Alpha also has Star Wars. It's actually called. Isn't it? They actually changed the name to Fandom something now, or it's just called Fandom. Rather than Memory, it's just they also keep. If you Google the old name, it comes up with the old name as well, Memory Alpha. It's actually now called Fandom.
So are we asking Star Wars questions or are we asking Star Trek questions?
You're asking Star Trek questions to them, and they're asking you Star Wars questions.
Yeah.
I've got a question ready.
Yeah. Let's have your first question then.
Right, you go first, Luke, because you've got your one.
Yeah. On what planet did Han meet Chewie?
And I told you I watched this yesterday.
I don't remember.
Come on, Stu.
I can't remember the name of the planet.
Electric Havastu.
I can't. No, I can't remember the name of the planet. Keira, any joy?
I don't know. Sorry.
No, gonna have to.
This is just going to be a stalemate. It's just going to be like we're going to go for really.
Conti's going to have to Google this to make sure it's the right answer, of course. But
Well, I won't need to Google it. I probably know it, but go on.
you may know it. Yep. Go on, Luke.
You want me to put the answer? Yeah, Mimban. Mimban.
Now, Conti, am I right in thinking that they get the point for that?
Mimban. Let me check. Yes, it is correct. Mimban is correct. Yes. Mimban, formerly known as Circapous 5, was a swamp planet located on the Circapous sector of the galaxy's expansion region. That was the homeworld of several tundra species, including the Mimbanese. But yeah, well,
that was the full answer we were looking for.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Boy. That's very good.
Yeah.
Keira, do you want to fire your question?
Okay. Who is the only Star Trek guest star to appear as themselves?
Oh, that's a good one. Who's the only guest star to appear as themselves?
That's a good question.
That's a good one. So
that is an excellent question.
Who's like a Star Trek, like massive Trek head in celebrity culture?
Yeah. Who was well into Trek?
I'm trying to think because that could also be the new films, or it could be the old series.
Oh no, yeah, it could be.
It's going to have to be someone fairly recognisable, surely, for them to appear as themselves, because you've got to know who they are.
It's not going to be like the director or something. I could see JJ.
You could see JJ.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, oh, hey, I thought I'd just turn up on
yeah.
film.
So, I'm in the new Star Trek. Yeah.
Guest star on. I reckon this is the kind of thing they do I was about to say the 90s, because that's celebrity
I was
culture.
thinking that. I was
celebrity
thinking
culture
of
in the
like a
90s.
I was thinking of like a basketball player.
Oh, you naughty boy.
I see. I can't help but think of Michael Jordan, but I don't think it is
Shaq.
Jordan.
I can reassure you with absolutely no doubt, it was not a basketball player.
Excellent stuff. So the 90s seems like something for me, because that's just pop culture booming. What was that?
That was a golden era for Star Trek, really, wasn't it? It was like before.
I remember seeing it on Star Sky One.
It's because it was one of the first franchises to create essentially an expanded universe movies and television.
Yeah.
Why would they cameos themselves? Well, that's the problem. There's got to be a reason. In short answer, I don't think I know, but I reckon it's worth a punt. Who was big in the 90s? Who would you reckon would be a Trekhead?
Who?
Can I give him a clue?
Michael Jackson.
Keira?
I know. I wanted to say Michael Jackson, but
He wanted
it's
to
not
be in
Michael
Star Wars,
Jackson.
didn't he? So
Yeah, that's it.
I'll give you a clue.
Go on.
Okay. As before the filming, they took this person around the whole set of Star Trek, including engineering. And when he looked at the warp engine, he looked at it, and then he looked at the cast and the guy taking around. He said, "I'm working on that."
Ooh. So it's a he. So it's a he who's working on that.
Hang on.
Go on.
Is it? Were they quite young when they appeared on it?
Well, yeah.
Crap.
Depends on your definition of young.
And that's the last clue I can give you.
Right, so there's a fella who's working on that. Something to do with space, obviously. First man to walk on the moon, maybe something like that.
Neil Armstrong.
Buzz
Is it
Aldrin.
Army? Is it Army?
Oh, are we going to go for that? It's got to be someone who's working.
Or is it
on...
the Russian?
Oh, it's got to be
Do you
someone
think
who's
it's one of the
working
Russian
in
guys?
space.
No, it's got to be one of the American guys, surely.
Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins, and Neil Armstrong were the first team. Might not have been them. Tom Hanks in Apollo 13. Mark Hamill.
It's this guy. Mark
Can you
Hamill.
imagine?
No, I reckon surely it's got to be. I think Neil Armstrong.
You go for it, mate.
If we take any longer, they're going to
get kicked off it.
Throw a sausage roll at us.
We're going to go Neil Armstrong.
I've got
Neil
a on
Armstrong.
speed dial.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oi. No, Neil Armstrong, please, Conti.
Keira?
No, it was Stephen Hawking in a holodeck experience where they were talking to scientists throughout history.
Isaac Asimov.
Makes
Albert
He's working
Einstein and what's it called?
Was it
Isaac
Isaac?
Asimov.
No,
that
it was
makes
Isaac
so
Asimov,
much sense.
What the bloody hell? The guy whose apple fell on his head. What's his name?
Isaac Newton.
Einstein.
That's the one.
Newton.
Isaac Newton, and they brought on Dr. Stephen Hawking, and they said they brought him through the set. They took him into engineering, the set of the engineering set, showed him the warp core, and he said, "I'm working on that."
Of course, yeah. That's a great question. That's a great fact as well.
That's very good.
So
That's very good.
that's a point now to the other team, to
Okay.
Stu and Keira.
Still
So-
half a point in it.
Is so.
Right.
We've been at this for more than 2 hours now. We're never going to get anywhere.
Next question.
Right. What is the name of the Mandalorian warrior that first appeared in the Clone Wars and recently showed up in the Mandalorian?
You mean the cartoon, the Clone Wars, or the movie?
The cartoon.
Something
animated
else I've not
series.
seen.
I've not
The only
seen
animated Star Wars series I saw was Droids.
Oh wow.
Showing my age there.
Yeah.
I've not actually watched Clone Wars in quite a long time. I used to watch it when my kids used to visit me, but I've not watched it in I think 2 years.
Season 7 that came out last year is very good.
Yeah.
I have friends who've just watched that series, like just that season. It's very good. That's the last season.
I have to check it out. So I've got Disney Plus, so there's no doubt going to be on there.
Yeah. Definitely check it out.
See, if you'd have asked about the holiday special, I'd have been fine. Even Caravan of Courage. But
What was the name? What was the name of Chewbacca's mother?
oh no, I can't remember now. I'm traumatized by the image of the grandfather. Was it the grandfather or the uncle?
Oh, that
Marla. Marla was the name.
Creepy uncle.
Her name was Marla, and you've got little Lumpy, who's like. And you've got Luke. Luke's like just had a car accident, so he looks like he's murdered Chewie's family.
I've just seen Captain Quinn's comment in the chat. Mick Fleetwood was also in Star Trek to appear.
He was, yeah.
But didn't he play one of the fish aliens?
He did. In fact, that question was brought up on the episode you were on, and it was Armin that brought it up.
It was on Question of Trek.
And he was an Antedian ambassador whose clothes were lined with an explosive, and was there to kill another ambassador.
Yeah, but you would never know it was Mick Fleetwood because he's wearing this giant fish head.
That's right.
It's been a lot of cameos, like Star Wars. You get a lot of cameos from famous people. No, I'm not gonna be able to get this Mandalorian question.
No, I don't know. Apologies.
No.
Tell us.
Conti, shall I?
Yep, please.
It's Bo-Katan or Bo-Katan Kryze. First appeared in the Clone Wars and entered the Mandalorian season 2, episode 3, I think, to an awful lot of fanfare in the fandom.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're getting a lot of animated characters coming through in live action. Wait, first in Rogue One, we got Saw Gerrera. Lies, deceptions, Borg Gullet. Yeah, he was from Clone Wars.
Borg Gullet.
Oh.
Cross IP there. Yep. So, but Bo-Katan.
One of my favourite lines from Star Wars, was in Attack of the Clones, because this was still at the time when there was a big rivalry between Star Wars fans and Trek fans, especially at conventions. And it was on the I think with the planet called Geonosis, and you had the Trade Federation that was slowly taken off, and you had the stormtroopers, you had one of the big cannons, and Obi-Wan points to his ship, screams at the stormtrooper, "Fire on that Federation ship!" And it was a nice little dig at the Trekkies.
Yep. Here we go. George Lucas knew his stuff, didn't he?
Mixed IP. The Millennium Falcon has been in Star Trek because it was at the Battle of Wolf 359 against the Borg. And of course, the Enterprise has been in Star Wars, hasn't it?
Yes. The Enterprise D has been shown to fly past the window of the Jedi. Where they all sit around in a circle on the
temple. Yeah, the Jedi council.
You see the Enterprise fly past really quickly.
It's cool little Easter eggs, aren't they?
Wow.
There you go.
Right.
Now I'm going to give you your question. I'm thinking this is a bit easy now for the ones we've just been given, but we'll go for it anyway.
Never too easy.
In the original series, Starfleet crew wore 3 different colours: gold, blue, and red. But what 2 jobs did red shirts wear?
Well, we know that they changed. The red later meant captain, so it wasn't that. So what 2 jobs did red wear? Again, how many ship roles can there be?
Engineering and navigation.
Half right with engineering.
Engineering. So there could be navigation, there's technician, there's chef, cleaner, guns, repairman.
There was only ever one chef ever shown in Star Trek on Star Trek Enterprise. That turned out actually to be Will Riker, and he was just running a holodeck program, which was also the final episode of Star Trek Enterprise, and the fans were furious. In fact, many fans choose to ignore that episode.
Conti knows his stuff.
Yeah.
So Firelock 22 has put in the chat receptionists and roof tiling.
So what was it? Navigate was navigation the one that's right, or engineering?
Engineering is one of them.
So engineering. What else can you do on a ship?
Well, think about the colour shirt that we're talking about.
I actually
medic.
This earlier. I actually gave you this answer earlier in our discussions.
Thank you, Keira.
It's a very,
give it to us again.
It's a fairly common term, even known by most people who aren't Star Trek fans. That
red shirts, red tops, red shirts. What's a red shirt? Red shirt.
Here come the red coats.
What are red shirts usually good at?
Red shirts are usually good at fighting.
Medics.
Yeah.
Right. I think of medicine.
I'll give you a paradox.
Red Cross.
Stormtroopers are bad at shooting. Okay,
Soldiers.
so you put a stormtrooper next to a guy in a red shirt who's not in engineering.
Soldier.
Infantry. Nope.
Yeah.
Weapons repair.
I think you're giving us a lot of leeway here. dodgy.
Yeah,
dodgy
no more
guesses.
clues. It's not
Yeah, I
fair.
think you really are.
I think we've lost that one, to be honest. I think it's Soldier, yeah. But
Red Tops. Red Top. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of is like defender or something like that. Yeah, infantry type thing. Yeah.
I'm inclined to let them have that, Conti. What do you think? Because I mean, Starfleet's not a military, so they don't have soldiers.
They don't have soldiers. They do, however, have security staff and a security staff, not a soldier. And a red shirt. The paradox we talk about: red shirts are usually good at dying. That's why they're known as. Whenever you watch an original series, it's always a red shirt that dies. The paradox I was talking about is you put a stormtrooper who can't shoot against a guy who's good at dying. Yeah.
right.
Got you now. Right. We can't. Oh, nearly there then.
Oh, Rick's put in the chat, the stormtrooper misses every shot, but the red shirt still dies.
What do you reckon, Conti? Is that worth half a point, maybe?
No, unfortunately not.
No. Okay. We get the point then.
Naughty boy.
It was incorrect. So, what are the scores? That's the end of it.
Despite us getting that last point, we've still lost. It's 19 to 19 and a half.
Well done, guys.
Well,
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
How has that happened?
Wait, no. Have you added yourself that point for them getting it
Yeah,
wrong?
we were on 18.
Okay. Well, I guess it just.
Well, I mean, have we won?
I tell you what we can do.
Have we won?
It's up to you. We can either do a rematch later, or we can do one more round. It's similar to the round we just done, and it works like this: you each ask me a question. If I get it right, you lose a point. If I get it wrong, you gain the point.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite happy to take the win there. I'm quite happy to take the W there.
I reckon let them win and we'll do a rematch.
I reckon rematch.
That's a great place to do it. But yes,
But I
absolutely.
think we do a rematch, and I'm quite happy to come back on and revise and give it another go.
Rick's put in the chat, we all won because this was an amazing time well spent.
Oh, nice one, Rick, mate.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, we did win, but I mean, in reality, I think we may have only got about 2 right off our own back there. But,
You did all right.
Yeah, someone just said.
I will say, I mean, obviously Stu and Keira knew a bit more about Star Wars than you guys did about Star Trek. So at least I know for next time then I can have a good idea where both teams are at, and I can rewrite the questions so I can make your questions easier and their questions harder.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
definitely have to come back. Stu's obviously just had George Lucas round for dinner. He knows everything about Star Wars.
Me and George, like that.
Yeah.
Stu's probably going to be in the Andor series.
Stu is the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen it. He's in it.
They don't make those
love-
suits in my size.
Oh man, we'd love to do that again though, eh? But that was good fun.
Absolutely brilliant. And
Love
I mean,
watching that
thank you. I mean, thank you both for coming on and doing this and pitting yourselves against us. It's been so much fun. And Conti, thank you. I mean, you're putting
Yes, well
so
done,
much
Conti.
hard work into this. Absolutely brilliant with all the questions
mate.
and the artwork as well. We've got the Trek Wars artwork over on the other side of the screen there. That was done by Conti. Absolutely amazing.
I love that. I'm going to treasure that. Thank you.
Totally.
Welcome.
Totally.
So good.
Conti, please tell everyone about Question of Trek before we go.
Quite simple. Thank you. A Question of Trek is a channel on YouTube, and essentially it's a Star Trek based game show. It's very similar to what we just done here today. However, the questions are a lot more in depth into the franchise. So you'll generally find a lot of swearing going on and people shouting and giving me abuse. I get a lot of abuse. I have 2 team captains and a scorekeeper who has an awesome LCARS scoreboard that he made from scratch. And I tell you, I come up there, I give them the questions, and I just get abused, and nobody loves me. Yeah, but it is a good time. It usually goes on for almost 2 hours. Everyone who's come on so far has had a great time, and I enjoy doing it every Saturday. It's on every Saturday night, 11:30 UK, 12:30 Germany time, and 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Brilliant. And as I say, the link is down there in the corner underneath the chat, youtube.com/question of Trek. And Luke and Matt, Star Wars sessions, tell us about it.
Well, we're a podcast. We're a weekly podcast, and we drop a show at 8 p.m. British time every single Wednesday. And we cover a multitude of topics. It could be Mandalorian, it could be deep dives into characters, or how Japanese influence had influence over a certain film. Loads of things. It's always good fun. And we've got roundtables, and we're doing recaps for the animated show Bad Batch that starts next week.
Yeah.
Excellent. And link in the same place, starwarsessions.co.uk. Keira, tell everyone about Star Trek Sundays.
Myself and Stu host Star Trek Sundays on which day of the week?
Thursdays.
We do deep dives as well, and we tend to choose a theme, or let our viewers choose a theme. We'll pick an episode related to that theme. We'll discuss the episode, review it, and do a deep dive into that theme. So recently we've done one on cloaking technology and that kind of thing. We did one on infectious Trek, where we looked into different diseases that have been shown in Star Trek, which was fun. We looked at The Naked Now, the one where they have the virus where it makes them all intoxicated and they all want to sleep on each other.
Go to horny jail.
So yeah, we do some quite fun stuff, and every week or most weeks Stu will do an unboxing to show you one of his starships to add to his enormous collection.
It is,
which is
yes.
That gives me a good idea. I'm actually waiting for three Star Trek parcels to come from Amazon at the moment, so I may do an unboxing on my channel as well.
Unboxing is fun, definitely. And yeah, we share the most recent Star Trek news, which we've had a lot of recently. A lot of really good news.
Been a lot going on, isn't there?
Every week to find out what's going on in the world of Trek.
Yeah. Absolutely. You can find that here, of course, at twitch.tv/stooge_action. And also on this channel, I ought to give a mention to the role-playing game, Star Trek Adventures, live role-playing game sessions that we run every second Wednesday night from 9:30 here in the UK. So don't miss that. It's a lot of fun. The USS Livingston.
10:30 my time. I'm in bed. That's when I go to bed.
As well as Star Trek Sundays, it goes on our YouTube as well, so you can always catch up.
Check it out.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for coming on. This has been absolutely amazing. Thanks to everyone for watching and joining in the chat. I've been loving seeing these comments. They're absolutely amazing. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed that. I love the picture there, Matt.
Yeah, Mate Boy loves it. He loves it.
When I think Star Trek,
Kirk's eyeing you up with concern.
Yeah,
Spock just looks curious
as I am in a minute. Yeah.
But now you have Star Trek Lower Decks, where Commander Ransom is now always working out or ripping his shirt off. So there's a new character who does that.
There is. Fantastic. Well, thank you all so much. So normally we say live long and prosper. How do you say goodbye on Star Wars?
Well, what do we say, Lukey boy?
We say, may the force be with you always.
And with you.
But this time, we'll throw you one of them. We'll throw your Wu-Tang.
Live long and prosper.
The force be with you, which is in 2 days.
Yeah. May the force be with you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.